Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Looks like we're in uncharted new territories. And I'd like to welcome everybody to
Skirt.
It's been a while. Yo, no. You know how sometimes sometimes we say it's been a while?
It'll be like 1 week. Yo, it's been a while. No, nigga.
No, it's actually been a couple seconds.
What have you guys been up to in the meantime?
Well, first of all, let's start from the top down, right?
Let's pretend like people have never seen this before
well.
Sure. You know what I'm saying? And
I think that's wise.
Sure.
And what this is all about.
Who's beside you? Why are we not? We're not acknowledging.
That's what I'm saying.
Acknowledging a lot of the elephants in the room.
Elephants in the room is crazy.
There's a lot of
opening like the camera doesn't clearly show another human being. It's been a while since we. That's really
no. But sometimes you got to start that way. You got to just set the tone first.
There's no rules. They said in 2024.
Sure.
Welcome to. You might want to sit down for this. This is the illustrious episode that has escaped us for a while. We've been chasing it for various.
You've been chasing 69 for a long time.
since the 69 God business came about. We've been on the run with it. So we have a new episode here, and I go by the name of DJXP. And to the left of me, we have something that we've talked about having, many times. We've alluded to it. We've had it in spurts. Was it once?
What? I brought him. When we brought in Nikki.
Yes, that is correct. Nikki. And what you've affectionately called Perfume in the Room. Something that we faced, quite a bit of backlash for, varying topics depending on what it's been about and why we've
been misogynist pigs.
Yes. And I feel like that will continue in certain respects. You don't think you have been?
I said not.
We've been the problem. I think
at some point everybody has at some point. Yeah. Not all on the same.
I wonder who's the least if they had a poll. We'll do a poll. But
who's least? It's me.
To the left of me, we have someone very special in the building. I would like you to introduce yourself.
My name is DJ T-JR. I'm a DJ / turntablist / engineer from Toronto.
Let's go.
I'm 2-time Canadian DMC champ.
2-time. No, clap it up.
Wasn't a fluke. Yo, y'all got to deal with that.
Clap it up. That's 2 times.
And she's here now.
Back to back, baby. Back to back. Never been done.
Yo, the rest of y'all quit.
Raptors should have
Turn in your tables, really.
Yo,
you feel me?
She jade them, yo.
No scratches, man.
Are you crazy?
All scratches.
Yeah, Joe Carter.
I forgot you're an engineer. You could have literally been manning the board. Why did you leave me hanging? You should have been like, no, don't worry, I got it.
Oh, I'm a fan today.
Oh, okay. You're a fan. All right. No, but I do that.
All right. You a fan. Oh,
yeah.
God.
See, you can't escape it.
You see, I hate being an artist. And an artist and a lover of music.
Right.
I forget about the politics of shit.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. And to the right of me, because I introduced myself, right? Is that
you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trivelle.
Okay. And continuing down the line.
Usually he would say, Trivelle, your favorite CEO.
Oh, yeah. Trivelle, a.k.a. your favorite CEO.
Or Trivelle, your misogynar king.
I don't even think that's the case anymore.
Yeah, but it could be that.
Wait, what's not the case anymore?
I've never been misogynistic.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Oh, see, when someone says never, that's when I tap out.
I've never done it, though.
Yo, never.
Misogynist? Doesn't misogyny mean a hatred of women? Am I correct about this?
It can't be.
I have no idea.
Can we fact check this?
Yeah. Okay.
How can I hate women? This episode is my idea.
Okay.
Misogynistic is a hatred of or prejudice
there
you go.
against women.
Never done that.
You haven't
feeling, showing, or characterized by hatred or of a prejudice against women, relating to or being a misogynistic.
Okay, none of us are.
As I think about it, I've never done that.
No, none of us.
Yo, you know what's crazy? There was this podcast that went viral, and
not those
this
bums,
girl.
right?
No, it's this guy, this white guy with a beard. He's pretty entertaining. I think I can't remember his name, but he had a bunch of women on there, and she was going off about something, and she said that the topic or the conversation was leaning misogynistic, right? Right? And then the guy said, he said, describe to me what misogyny is. Yo.
And what she said?
She sat there.
I got to hear the definition.
Cried for 30 seconds and said, can I leave? I wish I could find the...
What?
I'm not joking.
Why though?
You know these people, you know how they put these clips out, right? They have like this music, this ominous music.
Yeah,
so she sat there and thought about it. She was starting to get like emotional. And she's like, can I leave, please? She's like, are you sure? Like, you don't want to talk about it because she was asked the definition of misogyny. But you know what's funny? Like, I get it.
Triggered.
It's part of it's probably triggering. Part of it is not knowing the direct textbook description of what it is, but you can describe it in your own way because obviously she knew what she was talking about because I'm sure she felt it was misogynistic.
She felt something.
All right, man. Enough of this.
She felt something. I think a lot of us don't know what a lot of words mean these days. Like
A lot
I
of
think
stuff
we
are
miss,
buzzwords.
we miss describe or we misinterpret a whole bunch of words, and we just start saying it just runs on social media, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, what? Like gaslighting, like the actual definition of gaslighting, what people have been using it for is like
to put kerosene into a fire, like
totally not it. And anyway, I go by the name of EverythingOShauN.
Yeah.
That's EO season. EverythingOShauN. You know what it is.
Yeah.
The brothers.
And this is.
And this is.
And this is.
And this is.
Oh, you might
want to.
sit up for this.
He set it
I'm
up.
sorry, I've been out of practice.
It's like volleyball.
You know?
It's like, and this is, and I say this is, and then you should have said. You know what I mean?
I've been out of practice. What can
Come on, man.
What can I say?
I feel like
Like, what are we talking about?
I feel like we've been out of practice for a long time. But okay, hold on. We
Yeah,
have
hold
other
on. Yeah,
guests.
you don't gotta sit over there. Yeah.
Come.
Forward. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Have a seat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You help her set up the height. I can already tell it's not going to work.
Okay, hold on. Yeah,
This is up to you
This
now.
is my turn now.
Yeah, you're up.
Yeah.
You're up. But obviously, as he does this, I think the key thing, the show. I mean, how do you feel? This is a show that you came up with in your home during COVID.
Yeah.
Initially, I was a guest.
You were a guest. You were the first. Actually, you weren't the first guest. The first guest was actually myself. Actually,
That's right.
Because there was an episode. There was actually 2 episodes.
You
where
versus you.
It's just me talking to
You know what I mean?
myself, talking
And
in
then
the mirror.
I was a guest, and then you had obviously Everything O as a guest.
Yeah.
And then I think I came to be like a guest again or something.
You were like a reoccurring, and I hope to God that mic is picking up because if it's not, you know who's getting pummeled, right?
Yeah, I feel you. No, it's picking up. The light's still on.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
you know,
You have a question about
we continued along that path.
Yeah.
We were audio only. We went audio
Absolutely.
video. We had a space. Then we came into my home for a bit as we were getting this space ready.
Yes.
The renovations are completed. Obviously, there's still so much to be
Shout
done.
outs. Yeah.
But now we sit here and what you know is going to be our home for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
As signs of evolution through time. And you know, how do you feel?
You
We're past the point where most podcasts would have broke up. By the way,
yeah.
we survived. We survived the anger.
Yeah. Well,
But that's because, I mean, we go way back.
We go back.
We go way
our
back.
backpacks.
I think when you have history, with people that you work with, from even at a young age, we've gone through a lot. We've seen a lot through each other's personal lives.
Yeah.
It's really hard to let something like this
Yeah.
affect how we move forward when we all have the same vision of what we want with this platform.
I think the only person who's seen more than us, more struggle, pain, is J-Lo. That's another divorce, guys. How do you guys feel? It's another divorce. That's another man through the door saying, I don't want to do it anymore. How does it make you feel? J-Lo has been divorced 5 times.
Oh, J-Lo. I'm like, who's J? Oh,
Jennifer
also,
Lopez.
I think
we should also introduce.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah, because
I see the other person
I was
who's
working
now
on the
because
mic.
yeah,
I got it
because
set
yeah, I
up.
see on the screen.
Like you
She's
saw
right
me
there.
setting up. You know what I mean?
Yes.
She got on green. I got to come on. You got to see the
My
green.
mistake.
Go.
Yeah. No.
Please introduce yourself.
My
Tell everybody.
apologies for being late.
No such
No,
thing.
that's all good. But let's make sure it's catching good. Did you?
Hello?
Can you hear?
No, well, as you know how it's set up, I can't hear, but we have trust in the illustrious, amazing.
Yeah, we're
Go ahead.
So J-Lo? Or
No,
introduce
just
myself.
introduce yourself.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi. I'm Aria. Nice to meet you guys.
Aria.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Shouts out. Thank you for coming.
No, thank you
Yes,
for
for
having
sure.
me.
You're literally going to keep us from getting canceled.
Why is that?
The two of you
Yeah.
are here to make sure that we don't just run amok over some of these
Yeah,
things.
that we
Okay.
Or just bear witness to the destruction. It's one of the two.
front row seats. You know what I mean? Front row seats. VIP.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean,
Keep us in check. Keep us in check, please.
Okay.
So, I mean...
So you were saying something.
That was something that I thought was interesting. Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jennifer Lopez is a diva. I think we would all agree about that. In terms of like, in the good sense of the word. This is a boss woman who, you know, started out as a dancer, an actress, a musician, a full around entertainer.
All around, yeah.
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah.
Has been the object of many a man affection.
For sure. For decades.
Many a man. You know what I mean?
Many a type of man.
And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think she got caught up with one guy when she was young. They were married for like 2 years, dropped him. Like, it counts. I know we don't want to, but it counts.
Yeah.
She rocked with another dude for a bit. She hid the gun for P. Diddy. Yo, which is wild now. That has aged terribly. You should have
No.
Contextually
Can we not
speaking,
go there?
This is crazy.
No, we gonna.
J-Lo, if you did your job and let them catch that gun, it wouldn't have been Shine stuck in you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
it would have been someone else.
Crazy.
We're 7 minutes in.
Bro, it would have been someone else.
Oh my
Brace
God.
yourself, y'all. This
I'm
is
sick
the
of it,
moment.
bro. I've
This
had
is the
enough,
room.
bro. Yo, darkness to light.
I hope y'all are sitting down.
There's darkness to light on everybody. She hit the gun for a monster.
Wow.
Right.
You know what I mean?
How do you feel, J-Lo? That's the
You know what
question.
I'm saying? Then she got with Mark Anthony. 10 years.
Oh yeah, Anthony.
You forgot?
No.
Yeah,
Mark
I remember
Anthony, you
him.
forgot?
No,
Anthony,
Anthony.
that's right.
She was with J-Lo. They was about to buy baseball teams. You know how much in love you got to think, hey, baby, let's split $1 billion purchase?
That's with Anthony?
Bro, she was going to buy the Mets. They were going to buy the Mets.
With Anthony?
No, with
Rodriguez.
Alex Rodriguez.
Oh, Rodriguez. Yeah.
Oh, Rodriguez. Got you.
Jesus.
Didn't want to lock it down with him. And then Ben Affleck, who used to be with her.
Aw, but like,
Who's been wanting it for a minute. Ben Affleck literally
Yeah,
wanted this
yeah.
woman.
But there
lost
was
this woman.
also a verse by somebody who said, in 20-something, I lost to J-Lo.
Who that? Yo, put a name to it, man. I'm so sick of your artist games.
Drake said that.
Yeah, I know, but yo, you say something because you're like, I want to meet these people and get upset.
Yeah, he said
I'm so sick and tired of the mixers you go to.
Okay,
Hey,
so
look, I wanted you to guess, yo. What the fuck?
I want to feel what the woman T,
T.
feels, because there's another T, of course.
Oh, yeah. We call him T sometimes.
I don't count
Oh, do you?
anywhere.
We sipping the tea.
That's
That's
not
why
bad.
it's funny.
Yeah, when you said T, we're like, damn, it's T as well. TT. TTs. Tutu.
What is your take? Because I have a very specific take, but now that there's women in the room, I'm not gonna do that thing where I speak over people. I'm learning. It's 2024, halfway through the year. I'm in the learning phase of figuring out what to do and what not to do. I'm not gonna talk over people as much. So please,
Except us.
no. Even when it's you guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've kind of
No, you have.
But yeah, what is your opinion on her overall? How she's handled relationships. I mean, she's been someone that we've known for a long time and you're a DJ, of course, so you kind of know you have that aspect of it as well with the media and everything.
She got
else. I mean, for sure.
What type of hits? No Diddy.
Oh, here we go. She got hits.
I think with J-Lo, all this public media, I don't care. I'm gonna just give the Dame Dash answer. She don't pay my bills.
But
But what I do want to say to answer your question is that yes, she's achieved a lot. She's. I remember being super young, listening to that. I forget the name of that album, but one of the songs was
Love
"Waiting
Don't
for
Cost a
Tonight."
Thing.
Do
Yeah.
you remember that? She was a star.
Yeah.
People. She still deserves her flowers.
big-
Her professional career is different from her private life.
Yeah.
100%.
But that's her choice. It looks like it's not working out, and
Not the workout.
And it looks like
I mean,
not working out.
and that it's not working out really takes a life of its own, because also her recent tour, that This Is Me tour, also got canceled.
that might be a situation where your private life affects your mental health, affects your business life, and that's not something that is good for you. It's not good for business, not good for nothing. You kind of lose yourself in those scenarios. So for her, what's the common denominator, I guess?
It's her. I mean, no, for real. But
It's not for me to answer. It's just that's what we
it's out,
see, right?
it's out there.
Yeah.
I
No.
mean, we can't shake that viral video, like when
Which
she's
one?
walking to the car and
The slam
and
door?
Ben slams that door
And you know
I
what?
saw that today.
and looks
really?
at the guy
Algorithm.
recording, and he's like, "Come on, man!" Like,
And everyone said, "Don't worry, this is just the regular things that happen in a relationship. Like, you guys are overreacting." But little did we know,
who said that?
everybody
I
did,
hate people
because
saying
you can't look at a clip.
that's not a big deal. How do you know? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't know what people are going through. That could be like the maybe that's the 30th time today he slammed that door.
Yeah, he looked really annoyed. Like, he looked
It
very.
looked super direct though.
Yeah.
To her.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, look at y'all getting reflective. It's working.
Perfume in the room. See what it can do.
Oh, look at it working. What do you mean by that?
Just his demeanor towards her,
Yeah.
the way that she sort of stormed towards that side of the door,
Yeah.
and the way he's trailing behind her, looking at her almost like, I don't even want to be here right now.
At this point,
Yeah, so just the body language and the way he slammed. Let me just say, my man ever slammed the door like that, trust
Yeah.
me. No, we
Yeah.
gotta talk something out
Right.
before it gets into the public. That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
not a good look. That's not
But I commend him for,
for what.
I want to hear the commendation you're giving him, please. Commandant. What is it?
I commend him for he's cheese. Clearly he's cheese.
Yeah,
The fact
but he's
that-
going through it.
The fact that he can still close the door for shorty. That's crazy.
That is
I
actually
didn't
true.
even know that's crazy.
Have you ever been angry enough to take closing the door off the table? If so, you're a sick man.
In 2024,
Yo, if I'm cheese,
people do
Are
that.
you serious?
Wait,
People
wait, wait,
remove
You've
niceties.
been with your girl before.
Yo,
You've been
wait.
angry enough that you don't close the door?
wait, she can close the door. You cheese. Close the door.
No, hold on.
No, wait.
Do you mean this?
Yeah, I dead ass mean this.
Oh man,
she can't
women
close
in
the
room.
door.
Oh, this is good. This is
You've
great.
been angry enough to okay. There's something that you
I'm happy enough sometimes to not close the door. What are we talking about? We're gonna equate
There's
closing the
something
door
that you
to
regularly do. And
that's what I'm
because you're
saying.
angry, you're not
You
going to do
remove
it. And you're standing on that right now.
But that's
Hold
human.
on,
That's
hold on,
human nature,
hold on.
though, because
Wait,
you're
wait,
being
wait.
disingenuous.
No.
That
I want
is
to make sure
human
that
nature.
saying that?
And I want the woman-
Don't.
I want the woman to chime in because this is a very
But
woman.
did he just say
thing.
what he just said? You do something regular
Regularly.
all the time,
Yes.
and now you're in an angered state, angry
Yes.
state because of your partner,
Yes.
and a particular thing at that moment,
Yes.
you decide not to do.
Yes.
Would I do that?
Yes.
Everybody does that.
All right, see? I'm
Yo,
not-
what are you talking about?
I'm just not supporting what you're describing.
Have you never done that before?
Do
You've
I-
never like not yelled at your girl and then all of a sudden
Do I
one
punish- do I
random
punish-
day you decided to yell at the girl. Doesn't
I
mean
feel
that's what you
So
do.
you're asking if I punish my partner for not
Okay,
for
now
making me
he's talking
unhappy?
about punish. I'm talking
No,
about
isn't that what that is?
human
I'm withholding something
a
I would
human
regularly do.
react-
That's not punishment?
I'm so upset.
I'm withholding something I would regularly do. That's not punishment?
No,
What is it?
It's a reaction. How you
It's a
react in the
reaction?
moment. In
I'm
the moment,
punishing by reacting?
I am so
feel
upset
you.
that I can't even do that
I
genuine
feel you.
thing that I usually do all the time
If your
at
girl-
this moment.
If your girl cooks for you all the time, right? And you,
What's that again?
If your girl cooks for you all the time,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
yo, you have a late, you know, consistently you work late, you work night shift, whatever.
Yes.
You come home and the food is always ready because we're eating. I'm
Yes,
hungry, please.
yes, yeah.
And y'all had an argument in the day, and you came home and there was no food.
Oh, so you're talking about one
That's
time? No, but
crazy.
hold on. But
I'm
he's
asking
talking-
you, yo, the man said one time.
It's kind
You're
of
talking about
equivalent.
one time.
It would
We're
be equivalent.
What did you
assuming-
expect the food to be? I know you
Yes.
not. You're not gonna feed me.
No.
All
Yes,
right, then.
I know.
That's
I
how she felt about the door.
No, because
That-
J Lo.
Because notice J-Lo walks so unaffected. You know, I've never seen a woman
They've
more
been
unaffected.
going through this for some time.
Yo, see now, look at
But
that labeling.
I think the assumption is that Ben opens and closes her doors.
Yes.
But how do
Yeah.
we know that, right?
I don't know.
So let's assume
we're
he
gonna
does
assume
that.
he does
Yeah.
that. Let's assume. So I got to commend the man
Yeah.
in his anger, in his
For doing something he
what's
regularly
been
does.
going on for quite some
Yeah.
time that he still. There's a lot of niggas that got pride that won't do something that they're supposed to do at
Yeah,
the time.
but that's what I'm saying. I'm not supporting that. I'm not caping for that. I think that's why.
We're not supporting. We're telling you that it happens.
Yeah.
Just because you supporting and knowing if it happens or not, like people do that. React
I think there's
emotionally.
just two different types of men in that situation.
Break it down.
Well, no, you guys already did. You have the guy that's still going to do it in anger,
Yeah.
regardless, and then you have
Regardless.
the one that's going to be petty and not do it.
Right.
Simple. Two types of men.
It depends on how long or what this situation is going
Yeah,
for.
or
Certain
how they got to
people.
that point.
Yeah, if it's like
I think the
Yeah.
exasperation on his demeanor, I think to me kind of indicated that this is something that he does, and he's probably done it in a joyous and happy way.
Yeah.
But because of how things have been happening for an extended period of time, because that doesn't look like, oh, he knows
XP,
he knows he's with J-Lo.
XP.
Let's not
Right.
let's
XP.
not mince words here. Yeah.
XP, let's cut the bullshit.
All right.
Yo, let's cut
Burn
the
the scissors,
bullshit.
yeah.
Yo, if my girl makes me food all the time and now
Yeah.
she's cheesed at me, don't make me no fucking food. I don't want
Wait.
I don't want your anger to
Oh,
make me
that's
no
petty.
fucking food.
Wait,
no.
wait,
I
that's
don't want your
That's-
anger
I already
to
said
make
two
me no
different
fucking food
type
that
of
goes into my
men.
system. Are you
Two
crazy?
different types of men.
Are you crazy? I
But
don't
there's
want.
also men that might say, "Oh, she didn't cook for me. She don't care about me."
Yeah.
That's
And
true.
men and women
That's
feel
true,
that
but
way.
that's not
No,
me. That's,
men-
but
men and women
and that's
feel
not
that
me.
way.
And
Just
that's
so
not
you
me.
know.
Ask a bunch of Jamaican men. A bunch of Jamaican men don't want you cooking for them if you're angry, spiteful, and you pissed off for them with 3-4 months. They don't want that food,
Bad
yo.
mind food.
I'm telling you. And I have Nigerian family who it could be the worst shit ever. Make sure my food is at the table. I see both sides.
Have you seen the?
That's a
Have you seen the Ashley Madison doc?
No, but I heard it.
Whoa, what a segue.
It's a wild pivot, but I land it.
Yeah.
In the Ashley Madison doc, there's a guy who was cheating on his partner, cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
They became like social media like famous or whatever. They
Okay.
were like a family or whatever. They were like a family.
Who did the cheaters?
They were a family.
Novel idea, but
the cheaters. The cheaters are
yeah,
both social media.
the husband was a cheater. The husband was on.
But
Ashley
who
Madison.
became famous? The cheaters?
No, both of them. They were like a family vlog.
The cheater and the cheatee.
Yeah.
They were like a family vlog on YouTube.
This is
Got it.
hilarious. Okay, got it.
So as the Ashley Madison leak comes out,
Yeah.
his name gets leaked, and they're like, "Yo, isn't that the family from so and so?"
Yeah.
Okay, so it comes out. They're at a convention.
When this
So they
comes
said
out.
they're at the convention, and people are looking like, "Yo," whispering, like, "Yo, can you
Yeah.
believe this guy at Ashley Madison?"
Yeah.
In the like aside, you know how the doc is. The woman describes how she's like, you know, the night that he told.
Hold on a second. How are you going to start laughing
Story.
before telling us?
I know it's about.
That was going to be crazy.
Yo, she goes, "Yo, the night that he told me, I really thought I was killing this wife thing because I was still willing to
'Cause
be
he's been
here
good.
with you and be intimate with you." Which made me realize that the night she told,
Oh my
the
God.
night that this girl found out he was cheating on her on Ashley Madison, they went back to the hotel and he piped. Because even when she was angry, he expected
Sex.
what he always gets.
Oh, that's how you're.
That's
That's
how
how
I'm
you're
landing it.
tying it. Wow.
That's
And
Yo.
that was enough of an expectation that in her giving it, she thought this is a win for me.
Oh.
Because I'm real upset.
wait.
She said, "I think I'm really killing this wife thing." How many women would find this out today and still be willing to be intimate with you tonight?
Wait, but what was
It
the
kinda
story?
turned her on.
Wait, but what was the story of
That's what
how
it looks
long
like.
the cheating happened before?
He kept lying to her about it. Like he said, "Oh, I was just under for an account." Then it was, "Oh, I did pipe somebody." Then it's like, "I pipe a lot of people." Like he was, yeah, he has a problem. He's probably cheating right now.
Perfume in the room.
Yeah, please.
If a guy cheats on you, you're gonna sleep with him again that night.
No.
If you find out that night,
You find out that night he cheats on you. He says, "But it was a while ago."
yeah.
You
See, it
said
was
no?
a year or
you're
two
thinking.
ago.
Okay, good.
A year or two
I'm
ago.
thinking of like if I've
Been in that situation?
Would you?
would I
Yeah.
maybe
Okay.
because sometimes you can be in a place where it's just comfortable for you,
Oh wow.
Okay.
but
Okay.
maybe that was the old me. The new me, I'd probably go fuck somebody else.
So no matter how long ago it was or anything, just the fact that you found out today, and maybe it was a year or two ago, you would want to get your get back, even though maybe for the last year you guys have been great.
If we're great,
Yeah. Y'all are killing. You're killing the white thing. He's
gonna
killing the
be
husband.
he's gonna be on thin ice. Like it's gonna be like everything I want, I get. There's no
Right.
no's for me. Like, yeah, no, you're my yes man all the time
Right, in the doghouse.
Okay.
until I'm ready to like fully forgive you.
Okay.
And T, what's a you said I heard you say no, like a
Nah.
That's just a deal breaker for me.
Cheated?
100%.
No matter when it was, and no matter how good you are since that infraction happened. Like
Infraction is crazy.
an infection.
My whole
Not
thing
infraction.
is just leave.
The
You
cheater?
know? Pardon?
Leave the cheater. Leave the
No,
cheater.
my whole thing is do not stay with someone if that's on your mind.
Cheated?
Pe-
If
period.
cheating's on your
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Okay. In the men, you're
You know,
talking
like-
about from the
like-
men's perspective, like
Or either or. If the female has,
wants to cheat.
you know,
So you've never been with somebody and been like very strongly physically attracted to somebody else?
wait, that's not. What?
But
no.
physical attraction
oh, okay.
is the
Let him
gateway
land,
drug
let
to
him land,
cheating.
let him land, let him
Have you
land.
ever been with somebody and like very strongly physically attracted to somebody else?
no, I think I'm with someone because I'm attracted to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think we as humans, even babies look at good-looking people,
Mm-hmm,
right? You'll notice that, right? But I think it's
baby's never looked at me, so I see now you're laughing. See, we're back.
Yo, this guy
the
is just
inference of that is wild. Isn't it?
Yo, baby's never looking.
Baby's never looked at me.
people. I think it's human nature to see someone attractive,
Yeah.
whether you're a guy or girl. You're like, oh, this person,
Yeah,
and
that
acknowledge
person's-
that they're attractive.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between you're in a relationship now and you're committed,
Yeah.
but you're out here, you're fantasizing about some next man.
Yeah.
You don't think women fantasize about next men?
Oh,
No, but
Yeah,
your
we do.
question was you have a really you're talking about like you're thinking about someone else. You're
Yeah.
so physically attracted.
Yeah.
so it's deeper. It's
That's
that's what you're saying.
different. That's
no,
different.
she is right, and it's funny because someone actually sent me a video of a woman describing men, the difference between men and women in a relationship. Like the way it was described was that when women are in a relationship, even if they are physically attracted to someone else, their tunnel vision and their loyalty or attraction to the man does not enable them to cheat in the same way that men
Men
can.
cheat.
A woman was in
Yeah,
that video, right?
I guess.
Well, it was a woman. No, someone
Wait,
sent me the video.
wait,
Y'all got it.
wait.
A woman is immune from cheating because their wife.
No, that's what he said.
No.
That's what he said. Wait,
Women are immune from taking a simple attraction and appreciation for the beauty in a man and converting that to cheating versus men being able to do it.
Trevor, hold on.
The
Wait,
conversion
listen to the
is
particulars.
easier
I
for
think-
men
'cause I almost agree
to
with
get
you.
to that pipeline versus women because women are locked in on the emotional aspect, which is why they say men can cheat and it's not an emotional thing versus when women cheat, it means more
don't do
because
that.
they're emotionally cheating as well.
Sometimes.
And that's why we have women in the room. So
Sometimes.
paint that picture.
I can say sometimes. It takes a lot for a woman to actually get to the point of cheating.
Look at his Trevelle.
But
just
then when
because
you
you've been with
have a damaged woman who's still trying to heal and find herself, she's now in this like limbo of, okay, I'm single now and trying to do a new relationship is kind of hard because you might not want to get trapped in those old habits.
Yep.
So you might cheat here and there if you get into a relationship you shouldn't be in.
1,000%.
And what says you, Trevelle, to what she just said?
Nah, you know what? Okay.
No, please.
The suggestion we're giving, as I'm hearing it, is that women have a harder time cheating than men. That's the inference I'm hearing is that women, because of how they get attracted, have a harder time cheating than men.
It depends on the relationship. Like they're
Depends
like
on
it
your
has to be like
values
a
and your
really
morals. So if
strong
you're-
foundation, I guess, in a sense.
Sorry for cutting you off.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
See, that's the difference between women. They
And that's-
apologize and they're very amicable.
You look at the person, that's fine.
But they would know.
I love you, babe. You too.
We can't do that. See, God, we should take up some notes from this. Go on.
You said it was morals.
Go T.
Yeah, it depends on the type of woman you are. We would love to think that every woman is the same, but that's not the
But that's
case.
not-
Yeah.
Right? So
Everyone
I grew
has
up
their own
in a
story.
traditional household with, morals and values that are, more strict, I guess you would say in today's time.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
But it's a good thing in my opinion. But everyone has different types of traumas. A lot of people though use that as an excuse.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like horoscopes. People use horoscopes to excuse their poor
Bad
behavior. And
Talk to him.
yeah, so
It's a big fact.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you're not a Scorpio. You're just a piece of shit.
For real.
All right.
You know that's going to be a clip, right?
First of all, I'm sick and tired of. I'm so sick and tired of Scorpios getting their teeth kicked in.
Because it's true.
Why? But how?
No, it's true.
Scorpio just rolls
I did this because I'm a Scorpio. I did this because I'm a Scorpio.
All Scorpios are toxic. You know what? Let me tell you something.
See?
Honestly,
not saying the
I haven't met a Scorpio that doesn't like toxic things, unfortunately.
Yeah, what's happening?
And you've met.
Unfortunately.
So clearly.
And it's weird because I'm a Taurus and I have a lot of Scorpios in my life. So like they're super close, like best friend type situations. So it's like so many times in our friendship, I'm like, why do you keep going for toxic? Why do you love toxic things? Not saying the horoscopes are all true and whatever.
All the
Like it's
time.
not
There's
like I follow
similarities,
it.
you know?
Yeah, like
But
but
when
there's
we-
little tiny like stuff in it that is like so weird that it's so like how that sign is. You know, Tauruses are stubborn.
Yeah.
There's, like,
there's
different-
definitely
yeah.
characteristics and similarities
Yeah.
of each
But they're not
Absolutely.
all
person,
true.
but at the same time, you have
and
you
nothing
have
is
to
all.
yeah,
Nothing is
you have
ever all.
everything is a choice.
There's probably a really sweet Scorpio out there somewhere.
Everything is a choice.
Yeah.
Everything is a choice at the end of the day.
Everything's
Like
a choice, Trevelle.
if you really take that at face value, like you can have all these predispositions of how you're supposed to be based on your upbringing, based on the trauma you've experienced, this and that and the third. But at the end of the day, when you decide to do thing one over thing two, it is a choice. It comes down to that thing. And when people kind of use those circumstances when they were born, or their gender, or how their parents were, even, sorry guys, you can't use all those things as reasons for why to move a certain way, because at the same token you can use it as a reason to go the other direction. So it depends on how you want to take that information and move forward. So you can't always use that, man.
Are you familiar with determinism? The concept of determinism? Yeah.
Well, I know about the word determination.
Yeah. So determinism, it's a study in science. It suggests that if you put somebody under a specific set of circumstances and give them an option, they'll make a choice.
Okay.
And then if you rewind time,
yes,
Sam Tripoli talks about this a lot. If you rewind time and put that exact same person under those exact same set of circumstances,
they'll do it again.
They'll do the exact same thing. Because as much as we can choose, our reference of choice is based off of our experience. And there are more factors that influence you than factors that you influence in your life. It's not even close.
Yes. Yeah.
In that regard, I know we're saying, choices, and I think we're really glossing over trauma. And I'm not saying that all women are the same. I think that would be incredibly reductive.
No, but they aren't.
But there is a world where we have to acknowledge that equality of experience does equal equality of outcome. If I put two people from different parts of the world through the exact same pressure cooker of life experiences, the likelihood they come out the same is very high. That's no matter what.
No matter what, the same thing.
If I take a guy from the street and I take a woman from like the church, for example, and at 10 years old or 12, let's say when your personality theoretically is fully formed, and I put them through the same blast furnace for 8 years, I'm going to look at two of the similar people at 20.
Most likely.
But
where'd you hear about this?
Determinism?
Yeah.
It's a behavioral science study. It's a concept of behavioral science.
This sort of reminds me of not determinism, but there's this story, I don't know if it's true or not, but basically there's a father who was an alcoholic and he had twins, 2 boys, and one of them became an alcoholic. And when they asked him, why did you become an alcoholic? And he goes, well, because my father was an alcoholic. The other one did not. And they asked him, why didn't you succumb to drinking? He's like, because my father was an alcoholic.
Oh, shit.
So,
God damn it. But based on,
you see,
they
went through this. They went through the same.
And that would affect me if it was like that's okay. So I've heard that a story as well. I don't think what that story acknowledges is that for the other 10 families where we would run the example, both kids would be alcoholics. Like I'm more saying something that's more statistically likely.
Based on what's
even if they're twins. If 2 kids see a parent drinking, the likelihood that 2 kids drink is higher than the idea that one child is going to see the drinking.
I need to see the studies.
Where are they doing this? Yeah,
I need to see the papers.
No, I think you are right. The likelihood is higher.
Because of you're
even when you look at the numbers of fathers, okay, so people who have no fathers, the statistics on what happens with them is very high in terms of and highly likely.
Yeah, they'll be.
Yeah, percentages would be higher. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was looking at, I was watching You Got Served the other day.
Hey,
is that a movie?
Yeah, you don't remember You Got Served?
The dance movie.
It's corny, right?
Wait, but you would have to watch it.
No, it was sick. It was sick when we were younger. It was the best movie.
So yeah, we watch corny shit.
It's in the line of Save the Last Dance. I'm assuming like that type of.
Have you seen Honey?
You Got Served.
I don't remember.
No. Have you seen Honey?
What was the big song from it? Was it Pump It Up?
No.
Or was it something
Yeah, it
else?
was at the end.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, but that song was in a bunch of movies.
In any case, I was watching You Got Served. There's 2 friends. They're dancers. They're selling drugs for some guy.
Sorry, can I just? Why did you put on that movie? Just like randomly? Or was it? Sometimes you're going to the channel and then
I just don't feel.
It's like I haven't seen this in a long time. Let me watch it.
I don't feel I'm in a position to want to defend my life right now. Sometimes I go down memory lane to feel things.
Okay, so there you go. So there was a choice. It was a choice. Go ahead.
But I remember watching it thinking, man, where's the father in this movie? If there was a dad here. No, right.
Wait, that's not the one with Steve Harvey as the father?
It is the one with Steve Harvey.
Wait, Steve Harvey
He's
was
Mr. Rad. He runs the factory where they dance.
Yeah, he's the one
I
that
thought
collects
I
the
thought it was
money
another
and
Yeah,
Why
I
is it
was also
I don't
thinking it was the
remember
Nick
this.
Cannon one, but
Yeah,
Drumline?
Drumline.
Yeah.
is,
No,
was
not
Steve Harvey
Drumline.
the father of in Drumline?
No.
No.
The
He
fu-
was a lottery ticket or one of them ones. He was
Lottery?
Steve Harvey's everybody's father.
and
For real.
Cedric.
Yeah, Cedric had a run.
Cedric.
But I remember looking at this, I'm like, yo, there was a dad here. Like, a lot of this drama wouldn't happen. No, for real, the two friends are angry at each other.
Yeah.
They're pushing weight for some guy so they could dance.
Pushing weight.
I don't know where the money's going because they're
I don't
short
remember the story.
$100, $200 the whole movie. I think it's not. You know, for me, it was sick.
Yo.
Then the man starts macking on the man's sister. If a father's there, he's telling him, first of all, no. You know what I'm saying?
That's
A
true.
good father.
Potentially.
I mean,
You know, daddy could have been a player.
Facts.
listen.
But I just look at it from that perspective. I'm like, these things happen in history for a reason. So when we talk about the concept of cheating and the concept, I just think that like I used to be very ignorant on that position in terms of I was not acknowledging how my upbringing gave me an advantage in terms of looking at these things through a specific window.
And what window do you look at it through your religious?
Like you mean?
No, because the religious aspect of it makes you look at things a specific way. So I mean, well, theoretically, not for
as
him,
a young
for
person,
people,
like
but-
a relationship wasn't my primary vehicle of validation. Right, so like I found tribe in like I was doing church group, I was doing youth group before I even had to make a sports team.
Yeah,
there was a validation of my identity, and I think that for a lot of young people, specifically speaking on the heterosexual experience, the highest validation you get as a young man is when a girl likes you.
okay.
Like as a young man, I remember that. The moment I hit puberty, I wanted a girl to like me. I didn't even know. I didn't care who she was.
So I mean, hey, speak your truth, man. No, I'm not.
I just knew, one of these
That's
better
it.
like what I got going on, or I got to change it. I think a lot of what men do is to be attractive to the opposite sex. I think a lot of what men do is to achieve that.
That can be, yeah. I can.
Other than that, I think a lot of guys would really just be lazy, just be chilling. They wouldn't wear nice clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I look at it from that perspective, and I look through the paradigm of cheating and identity and comfort and being seen and validation, I put a huge amount of stock on life experience to determine how are you going to see this event. You talk like when you talked about morals and values, I see a strong sense of self-confident identity. Does that make sense? Like I feel like your identity, you know yourself,
Right.
if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that as much as that's honored, I also want to acknowledge that a lot of that probably has to do with, a family or surroundings or friends or a community that gave you the room to feel that and to do that and to, you know what I mean? If what I'm saying makes sense.
Totally. I mean, you are who you hang with.
Right. That's another.
So do a quick inventory after this and
I did, yo.
hire and fire accordingly. He said I did.
Yeah, I did, yo. I had to drop off some bums off the side. You know what I mean?
Nah, we're not doing it.
Well,
No, that is 1,000%. Because if you're in a group of people and you have a certain ideology and everybody else grew up a completely different way, if where you are in your life age-wise or experience-wise, if it's not strong enough, then you will easily be swayed. You've seen people that have been one way and then you're like, wait, why are you like this? And then you look at their top 6 people that they're with and you're like, that's why. Because they've completely changed the way that you think and view things and see things. Because repetition, what you're exposed to is just, it's patterns and it's repeated. And you can become someone completely different that you had no intention of. And that speaks to just, once again, your upbringing and the values that you were. And that's why it's important. Like some people knock sometimes religion in terms of like imposing something on someone at a young age. But at the end of the day, no matter what religion it is good to have something to be a baseline. Because if you're gonna deviate from that in whatever way,
Right.
it's okay to start from a basis at least of some logic and of things that of a sound mind. And then if you want to deviate from that, that's cool. Like that is perfectly fine. But you need that thing to kind of start off at a starting off point. But a lot of people, if they don't have that, they're easily swayed. they just blow with the wind each way, which direction, and it can, and you won't recognize, like some of the people you seen at one age and you kind of see a couple of years later, there's someone completely different world, completely different life because of that. So
That's true. The foundation's important.
Yeah, even if you change it, it's cool.
Yeah. It's just important to build it because in these times, everyone just wants overnight success in everything, right?
Yeah.
Quick fix, quick this, quick that.
Yeah.
And they don't even know themselves.
Yeah.
They don't know how to put in work no more.
Nobody's working anymore, you're saying?
Pardon?
You don't think people are putting in that work anymore?
Not as much. Like I feel like social media can be easy if you're actually dedicated. And for me, I find it's hard for me to dedicate myself. So it's like I'm not going hard in the social media game.
Why do you find it hard? Because because we didn't ask what you were. I'm
an esthetician by trade, but I'm an artist, so
you're an artist.
Yeah.
So we're all technically there's artistry in everybody actually sitting in this couch actually.
Yeah.
So why do you feel like the social media aspect is so difficult, like from your perspective?
TikTok's hard to understand. I struggle with that.
Yeah.
I can record myself and kind of like paste and cut, but like adding the effects and this and that, it's like, I don't know. I work so hard. I have 2 kids. So it's like I would have to like take a whole day out just doing social media. And that would be me dressing in different outfits in that one day, going to this setting and that setting and recording all over in one day.
It's like a full-time job.
Yeah, it is. So it's like
really
for that, like I can't. Oh, I could. I can't say I can't. I could.
But it's just
But it's
different.
a lot for me. Yeah, it's a lot for me. I'd rather pay someone to do it.
Right. Outsourcing that kind of thing can definitely make things easier. But the thing is that what they've kind of explained or what I've kind of seen is that people want the authenticity of your effort into the social media. Like they don't really expect or think that everything should be of such high value and like, over polished and over produced. Like they want the real sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they want you. Like what I noticed with my socials, especially Instagram, is people are interested in just me.
Right.
Yeah.
And the music thing, they don't care about my flyers. They don't care about if there's.
Oh my God.
They don't care about if someone is in the picture with me. They are so selfishly about me, which is great, right? But then they don't care about all making it look like TikTok. They just want to see the raw me and the music thing. Yeah. You're absolutely right on that. They're there for you.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe I'm overthinking it.
Yeah.
It is. It comes from this whole thing comes from overthinking. Like even this podcast existence of wherever it goes, like it should have started a long time ago. Like even that first episode that we did, it should have started way before that because people were hearing what I was doing, what I was talking about. And just, I came from the radio broadcast and whatever. And it was like, podcasting was a natural progression of that, something that was more free, allowing you to do what you want to do, not be beholden to the CRTC and all these different standards and things like that, just to get opinions out, get content out. But what happens is if you don't know how you want to do it, if you don't know how you want it to be viewed, how you're going to record it, then those things become the barrier to entry. So then you don't end up going as hard. You're like, no, I'll think about it tomorrow. And you just keep putting it off because you don't know how it's going to be received. But a lot of people that have kind of made it in the social media age, like strictly like being born into it, they just started doing it and things kind of just took a life of its own. And that's the thing that artists and creators don't realize. Like it's actually okay to grow. I know they always say like to grow with the audience. Like
you know what the thing is for me? It's the first question that I ask is, do I like this?
And
the answer must always be yes.
Yes, 1,000%.
That's all that I want to take care of, and then after that, it's here you go, world. I hope you like it. If you
Not
don't,
me. I'm
that's
like,
cool too. Eventually, you will.
Like
Maybe you won't, but I'm not here for it to be liked. But it's cool if I am.
Yeah.
That's just a plus.
That's great. Like a lot of people need to think that way. I think a lot of people struggle because they don't think that way.
Yeah.
They're all everybody, especially social media. We're all trying to compare. It's like, oh, look at their numbers. Look at the content that they're putting on. Maybe their content looks better than mine. So now I'm not going to put out this content that I spent all day making after work or after
with your kids and everything.
The numbers. Oh, no one cares. Only 5 people, only 10 people like this post. So you know what? Tomorrow I'm discouraged. I'm not going to post tomorrow because I don't know if that's going to be better than that. And everybody just stays stuck in their head all day.
You got to get over yourself.
Oh, I think this is what literally. You have to get over yourself.
Get over yourself.
Get over yourself.
I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to try better.
For sure. You're the room full of artists.
Because I'm a perfectionist and I love my stuff to, whatever. You guys are familiar with my work, but whenever I put it out, it, in my mind, has to be perfect. I'll record for hours just to
get the one.
To put out 2 minutes, right? And then sometimes I look back at it and I'm like,
I could have did that better.
And then I post it even with that thought. I'm like, put it out in the world because it's better than keeping that to yourself, right? It's not for me. I have to share it.
Yeah. That is such an important.
That. It's not for me. I have to share it.
We all have a gift, right? And then we have to discover our gift.
Do we? Yes.
Do we all have a gift?
No, yes. You have to, and it's the discovery of
God's
that
gift.
Yeah.
And then you share your gift.
If you want.
No, you should.
You should, but some people don't end up sharing their gift though. Like some people have the gift and they're selfish with it and they don't know that they need to. They don't know that the world can benefit from it because they think that someone else is already doing it better, or they don't have a unique enough perspective or story because of what social media has said about everyone's story, where it's like they were in a fire in a high-rise building and all their kids were slaughtered and it becomes this thing where it's like, how do you compete with that? I'm just me and I'm just here working hard. So why should you pay attention to what I'm doing over this other person?
That's why I quit music. Somebody asked me what my struggle was, and then they're like, what's your struggle? You grew up in Brampton. I quit. Quit after that. I didn't want to out-struggle some of these guys.
So what were you rapping about?
What was I rapping about? What did I used to rap about?
No, there was relationship.
I felt like I was rapping about
relationship
life. I just had a
aspects,
different perspective. Is probably how I would have.
Yeah, but
So you have like
who's
songs
telling
out?
you your struggle is not valid?
Like the person that I was talking to at the time. Like who was it?
No, I'm just saying.
Put a bullet on the name.
For someone to tell you your struggles are not valid enough to continue music is wild to me.
It was my mom's friend. Her name is Natalie.
Oh man!
Listen here, Natalie.
Natalie,
They're not
right?
That's why I named
Natalie.
You know what, man?
Yo, Natalie, I'm dropping this record right here. It's called Fuck Natalie right now. Peace out. Let's get it back.
I think it's time for you to enter back into the rap game and give Natalie a message.
I'm never going back.
That's a cap.
Dear Natalie.
No, a cap.
I'll feature on her.
We have you on the hook for a
That's
couple.
already in there. That's
We
already.
have you on the hook for a couple of records.
Because so much stuff that happens to my life now, I think, this would be
great.
Come on, bars.
Yo, special.
I feel like if you truly love something, and you have a burning desire, you wouldn't stop it.
Oh, I don't agree with that. I've seen a lot of people very much love things and quit them. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I've seen
Wait.
That
That's
is
not
a
what you said.
If you love something and you have a burning desire, you wouldn't stop it. Is that am I correct in what I heard you say?
Yeah, but what is stop? Because
Exactly.
Do you cease to do?
so completely don't do it at all.
Yeah.
Then you don't love it.
That's
Yeah.
not true.
I don't believe that.
Because let me guess, you believe in the if you love it, then let it go, right?
Get the
It's not even love to let it go. Our world bears that
You
out.
can fall
But
out of love
if
for
it's
something.
meant for you, it's supposed to come back, right?
And that.
So it's supposed to come back.
You think
Oh, here we go. Oh no.
I like this.
you think that people who stop doing something
That they loved and say that they love.
no longer love it when they stop doing it.
Postphone,
that's not what you
postphone and delay is different from stopping.
That's why
by the
I
way.
want to
Just
lock
thought
down.
I-
I want to lock down.
That's
I
not
want
what
to
you said.
make sure
Go
I'm
ahead.
locking down what you're saying because we might agree. Why not?
Okay.
We might agree.
Give,
If I love something and then I don't do it anymore, what does that mean? It means I never loved it?
That's not what she said.
No,
didn't love it
you
enough.
you did love it, but maybe you don't love it enough.
Because remember, love and in love is
Yes.
two different things, right? You talk about love, right? Love is
There's nothing
like,
that can take
look at
me out
Terry
the
McMillan over
game.
here.
There's nothing. No one. Nothing.
Say that one more time.
See,
There's
but then
nothing
you
that can take me out the game.
God damn.
But I've had my moments where I'm like, at my breaking point with
Yeah.
you. I mean,
Yeah.
being a DJ competitor is not easy.
at all. At all.
You know,
No, it's
so
not.
and I'm
And a
battling
woman-
all these people, and it
It's
is
so
a
hard. I've
decision.
never met another one. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, no, for real. When he said, I was like,
And she's
I saw
against-
Instagram. I was like,
she's
two-time
against
champion.
niggas.
Yo, you know,
Because one is enough, but two.
Not a women's league.
You did it.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
Speaking
go on.
of, I'm just saying she's against.
But no, I agree. But then, nothing could take you out of. Nothing could take me out the game.
Yeah,
For her.
music wise.
If you are okay, so right now you're a champion. You're literally in the competitive realm, right?
Right.
Could anything bring you to a point where you don't do it for competition anymore? You're just doing it at home.
Of course.
Exactly.
I'm gonna retire and play baseball for a year and a half, and then I'm gonna go back.
Let's go. You see? And that mentality.
No, but yeah, the goal.
different.
I'm not competing forever. It doesn't make sense, right?
Right.
You want to compete.
That's why
I
she
mean,
said the
doing
love
a
of the,
back to back and then
Yeah.
a back to back to back, that makes sense for me, and I have that love for it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do other things musically,
yeah.
right? So, so
I know some boxers who loved boxing. When they retired, they did not return to a boxing gym. They just needed a break from that. Are we saying that these people no longer love boxing? Because there's a okay. I think
like you
the
wanna-
reward-
Whoa,
I
whoa,
think
wait, hold
that
on. This-
some
hold on.
people sacrifice things to why they stop doing the things they love, because there's a lot of people in the world, like, you have a kid and you love something and it's the thing that you've done your whole life and you're good at it. You can be a figure skater for all you want. You were the best figure skater, then you got pregnant, had a baby, had to sacrifice, had to stop.
Okay, but what I
1000%.
would say is if you love figure skating,
you find a way to figure skate with a kid.
yeah.
you're gonna figure skate.
gonna put-
No, you don't have to be in the
pass it
league or
on?
have to be in competition. You're gonna
Wow.
every Saturday or every other weekend you're gonna go and you're gonna go skate.
Yeah.
That means you still have love for it. So I'm talking about the singer who says I quit or I don't want to do it anymore, and they don't sing at all. They don't sing in the shower. They don't sing, they don't record on their phone.
Because,
they don't. They weren't really that in love with it. They moved on. They felt it or they fell out of love with it.
They romanticize it, but to your point about the boxer that doesn't want to even be in a boxing gym anymore, but he didn't quit his boxing career. You know, I assume that he still pursued it, and after
He
his
pursued his career,
Yeah.
but he hit a point in time. Again, where after loving the sport, loving what it did for him, loving love, but says my time has come.
Yeah.
I've run my race.
Yeah.
I still love the sport. I'll watch fights. I'll talk to other fighters.
Okay.
Me
Being
myself,
involved.
but
that's
not
it.
going through
Fight.
these.
But he's
spaces.
involved
So
in
he's
the art.
living
you
through
just
other stuff.
included something new. He's talking to fighters. That could be
And watching fights.
That could be watching could be leisurely, but if he's talking to fighters, he could be coaching them. He could be giving
he's
them
not a coach,
advice.
he's not a coach.
No,
I
but
mean,
that is a form
I
of
just mean,
coaching.
he didn't annex himself from the culture.
But there are
you
people
go.
who do. But there are people who do that.
Yeah, but that's not what we talked about. We said if somebody stops doing something, it means they didn't love it.
But doing
But that,
is
what's
so
exactly?
specific.
maybe we should
Exactly.
say the word quit because that gives it more.
I think what's hard for me as a man is
When someone quits, I'm like, you ain't love it. Like there's a
super yikes.
there's a competitor that, and you don't have to be a competitive DJ for me to say, oh, you're good. But
Yeah.
I'm just talking within my world
Yeah.
right now. There's a DJ that is he performs at a very high level.
Yeah.
And then I seen him post, just him at a basketball court somewhere in Indonesia, I think. And like I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm hanging it up. And I was like, this guy was good. Like, what happened? And the first thought I had was, man, you will love this game.
Right. That would be the first
Look, I
thing.
just-
That
I
would
don't
be the
know.
first thing.
No, I'm with you on
You
that.
feel that way as a. I hate to. I'm not going to be a genderist here.
Oh my Jesus.
No, I'm not. But I think uniquely speaking,
Unique one.
as an individual who exists as a male in this world, with
Sure.
what the world requires of men,
Okay.
my entire adult life has been watching my friends quit.
Wow.
Bro.
Am I lying?
No, you're not
Let's
lying.
be real.
No,
My
you're literally
entire-
not
From
lying.
high school
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
college,
Yeah.
I have watched people that I love, and I know they loved what they were doing. And I've watched them, each and every single one of them,
Drop out of
on
shit.
their knees quitting. Okay? I would never say I did not see love in those people's eyes for what they quit, though. They did love it. But the world, the call of something different.
Okay, no. The call of something different is different. The call of something different
is... The call to take care of my family. The call to take care of the child I just raised.
Which means the family outweighs the love that I have for the thing.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean
there's nothing wrong with making that decision.
Doesn't mean that there was
But there are people that have nothing going on.
What are you guys saying? Sorry, are we saying that they had to love it the most, or are we saying they didn't love it? I feel like we're changing the goalposts.
No, we didn't.
A guy who has a kid doesn't, man, he loves a kid now. This nigga never loved music. I'm not saying that.
Bro, if somebody says, I love this thing, and they're doing this thing, and one day they decide to say, I'm not doing it anymore. Even though they were telling us all that they love it.
But hold on, let him follow us.
They told us
down the rabbit hole.
I love this thing. I love this. I love this. They're doing it. They're doing it. Something happens. They say, I'm not doing this anymore. And they've exnated themselves out of doing it, period. I would say they don't love it like they said they did.
I'm going to say something very aggressive.
I agree.
I'm going to say something very aggressive.
And you know what's funny?
I'm going to say something very aggressive.
If
you were a basketball player trying to do it pro.
Oh, here we go.
If you were a musician trying to do it for your career. If you were in any career, this was your devotion. This is the thing that you've said will help me pay myself and my family.
Yeah,
and you begin to now do it for leisure. You quit.
No,
all right.
I don't think. And
that's why I'm holding you to that standard. No. You told me that this is the mountain you would climb to feed your family. If you are now feeding your family doing it, but doing it at the convention store,
you have other responsibilities, Trivelle. It doesn't mean that you don't love the thing anymore.
Let me tell you something.
That's a problem.
No, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you this because you guys know this about music. From the stages I was on, I was not going to go back and do open mic at the supermarket ever again. It's not like I can't do it for fun, but why? I breathed an air that I
also found love in something else, though.
No, I found the pressure to be successful, which all men feel. That's different.
But everyone's
No.
You're in love with
I read a book on
drive.
the Japanese concept of ikigai that says that if you're just doing something and it's not paying you, that is wrong. You're out of flow. I felt the pressure to be a man.
Okay.
I felt the pressure to be a man.
Okay.
It's not that I don't love music.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but this is my point. People who are doing okay, that's the standard I'm holding you to.
There's basketball players that we see play. Here we go. There's basketball.
We all played ball in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Loving the sport. I'm talking about those people that hit a level where they said, yo, this is in my IG bio. This is what I'm on. This is what I'm on. I'd rather live enormous than die dormant. That's how I'm on it. This is what I'm on.
Who said that?
When I see a person go from that, because you know what it takes to be that.
Number one.
To be in the
To
league.
be that.
Yeah.
To be the person at 21 when your friends are getting jobs saying, no, I got a gig or I got to go do studio time. To be that person when everybody else is doing the 9 to 5 thing with the call center thing. And you're like, no, I got to go write or I got to. To be that, to be in that headspace in your early 20s is hero work. When you decide to not do that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you credit for rapping at the barbecue.
But who told
you told me that you wanted to be top.
Okay. And if
you quit when you didn't do that.
And if it's not working out for them.
When the person quits, then okay,
if it's not working out for them, but they still have love, they love
see, now you're on my side because maybe what I'm saying is I'm redefining quitter.
Oh, so what?
You see what I'm saying? You're a quitter if you were chasing it for life. And now you do it on the side.
You call that a quitter?
You're a quit.
Okay.
Maybe it wasn't their superpower. Maybe it wasn't their superpower. Maybe they were good at it and they liked it and loved it in a way.
There's a lot of YMCA ball players that look fucking incredible.
But do you see why my point was my point? Where I'm like, I would never say this person didn't love it. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm more along the lines of, yo, they just couldn't get over. But I would never say they didn't love it because to me, it's like, what you do for your life is a big part of your time, your day.
Yeah.
Right.
When the thing that you loved, just you can't squeeze enough life out of it to give back to you. I don't want to say you don't love it, but it is quitting.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think
agree to disagree.
When it comes, because I guess, and
Bro,
because
doing the shows that you do, if you started doing from doing what you do,
yeah.
If you started doing cruise ships, that wouldn't be quitting. But if you started doing high school talent shows for like donations, you quit. From where you've been, that's quitting, in my opinion.
So if I go down, I'm quitting.
Yes. If you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. That's a loss. You've quit.
A loss, but you're saying that's quitting.
Yeah, because if you live backwards, you're quit. You see what I'm saying? If I'm not advancing, then I'm moving backwards. If I'm comfortable moving backwards, I quit.
But that's an opinion, and that is a set of standards that you've put upon your definition.
Everybody puts that on people.
But that's why he said this is the definition of
the thing that you have to.
So how do you define quitting? If I'm still doing it at the rec center, I didn't quit.
So here's what
Is that
I'll
really
say.
what we're saying? Y'all want me to go to
Part-time.
Heartland?
Because you quit the
Here's what I'll say.
Okay, go ahead.
When you talk about quitting and doing something at a high level and success, these are all definitions that at some point in time you have to define for yourself. Now, society
No.
and
What do you mean no?
No.
What do you mean no?
Success is universally defined because things cost money. No, I'm not. I refuse to give people that bailout. That makes no sense. Success.
It's a hard
why do
time.
things have a price tag if success isn't defined? Money's there to keep score. No, I'm not giving people that. I don't give moral victories because the world doesn't. I don't let men have that standard for themselves. There are no moral victories. You better win. I'm not gonna pat you on the back. You better win.
I'm gonna continue.
Finish.
When it comes to doing something that you love, right? Something that you know, and let's bring music into it since music since music was brought into the zeitgeist.
Yeah, go ahead.
There are numerous ways in which you can be quote unquote successful
or not quitting,
or to be someone who is making a living doing what they're doing. Now, you brought up one of your friends. I don't know what you said his name was, but he was somebody
Johnny.
that I recognized in music. You said that he was a gigging musician or working musician.
Promise. I
Yes.
love
So
Promise as an
Promise.
example.
Okay.
Promise never quit music.
Okay.
Promise says I pay my bills in music. I'm a working musician.
Okay, so
He says I want to be a musician.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a superstar.
But do you know why? Because he defined what that was to him.
Yo.
And life happened.
Trivelle, come on. You know there's come on, Trivelle.
Promise, I love you. You are one of my favorite rappers of all time. You did not achieve the success that you wanted, and you know that. What are we saying?
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
not gonna say
but
that's
that-
successful.
but that's why he
I'm gonna
says
let
he's
you. I'm
not
gonna let you
hungry.
cook.
But
I'm-
Trivelle, that's why
I'm
he's saying.
complete.
That's why he's saying.
But
Promise
that's not
made that.
degrees of success.
But he
We
said-
all know it'd be way better if he was more successful.
But he believes what he's doing that is success for him
Because why?
because that's what he decided that his life.
Trivelle,
People
what
change
is the
goalposts so
definition
they
of
can sleep at
success?
night. People
Trivelle,
change the
Trivelle.
goalposts so they can sleep at night, so they
Trivelle.
can be comfortable in their own mediocrity.
Trivelle.
Not because the goalposts themselves have changed.
Trevor, what is your idea of success in music?
Freedom.
Okay.
Freedom.
So
Success
people-
in music would have been nobody can tell me nothing.
Okay.
yeah.
And does that come with a dollar amount?
Most times.
No. But what is the dollar amount for you? Because
More.
You're specifying something very specific.
More.
Okay. So do you know who Currency is?
Currency.
Yes.
Okay. So Currency was
real
a
name.
Young Money artist who was signed in, I believe, I want to say,
Probably not successful
you
no
know
more.
who Currency is.
No,
Yeah,
he's
of course.
he's
So hold on. Let's paint.
Here's
Let's
to it.
set the tone.
Yeah,
because
land it.
He's a story based individual. You know, he makes movies, he writes movies, he directs, he does all these great things. So
An area in which I
let's-
could achieve much more success because it's not paying me nearly enough.
But it's something you love and it's something you're doing.
I also love music, but I quit that.
But that's a decision that you made.
Trivelle?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Currency.
Duh.
Currency had a joint venture with I think it's Young Money and maybe We the Best, because you know DJ Khaled was all over songs saying Currency, we got that new Currency. You know, Currency was also rapping with Lil Wayne. He didn't get to be on the Lil Wayne level, and clearly, based on what I just described to you, or bringing up his name, you would say that he's a failure, right? So hold on, while you marinate on that like a fine steak in the oven or on top of the stove, let me paint you the picture. Let me continue. So Currency had this affinity for cars and classic samples, and he's from the South, and he kept rapping the way that he liked rapping because he liked it, and he talked about the subjects that he liked. He was in the Wiz Khalifa club of, you know, loving smoking and rolling papers and this and that and different Impalas and different lowriders and this and that. He kept doing what he was doing, and the industry did this. It had peaks, it had valleys. You had Ace Hood, you had 2 Chainz, you had Future, you had whoever else you can name. But Currency, kind of like the Currency, kept maintaining doing what he was doing because he loved what he was doing, and he continued at a
You're gonna
level.
let him talk to me like this?
He continued at a level that has now enabled him to have one of the most rabid fan bases in hip hop
Never
today.
heard of this nigga. No, play,
No. In fact, no. But you know what? No, but you not knowing who he is
He's
actually
capping.
I'm capping.
makes it better. It makes the story better because now you have to start defining what is success to you. Because Currency, his music, his merch, his lifestyle, everything that he's about sells out, and everything that he's about, artists envy what he's done. But when they were at their peaks, he was still doing the measly thing. I'm just Currency, just rapping about what I'm rapping about, building my fan base brick by brick. But he wasn't at the club spending 100 racks. He wasn't doing all these things. But now he can have 100 cars custom made. Yeah. Now he can have mansions. Now he can do whatever he wants, move in autonomy, go to stores where nobody knows who the fuck he is. He's not gonna be on the Billboard Top 40.
You know, I didn't say fame, right?
He didn't say fame.
I never said fame.
I'll give you that.
I never said fame. So you asking me if people know when he goes to the grocery store? I don't know where we are.
And I guess it depends on what grocery store you go to.
Like,
right?
I don't
Because
know where we are.
if you go to a
you
Whole
told me
Foods,
the guy has
maybe.
enough financial freedom that he has custom car. I feel like the guy, I feel
Yeah,
like successful.
but those things are the byproduct of his passion and his love for something that he did not stop doing, and that he believed that he was good at over a certain period of time. That's my point. And I'm not saying there's 1,000 currencies, even though there are 1,000 currencies in the world because there's a lot of countries. But I'm not saying that.
What was that woman's name again?
Works.
Natalie? Was it Natalie?
Natalie.
I'm calling everyone
A
Natalie.
contributing factor to why I quit music, right, is I realized that.
What did you realize?
In 8 years, nobody told me what they were listening to was bad, but I was still broke. Something was wrong.
Nobody told you what they were listening to.
I would have rather be told I was terrible.
Oh, you mean the feedback you're getting?
Yeah.
The feedback I was getting, the response. I was never told, change this. You know, the worst thing people say is, man, keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, man. You already know what time it is when people say
be one of the worst, because when you keep doing what you're doing, right? Because if you're not where you're supposed to be and you keep doing what you're doing, then where will you be?
So pretty much,
change this.
You quit because you realized it wasn't your superpower.
See, she cooking. She's cooking over there.
Superpower.
She right.
I feel like everyone
Let's
has
not
a
get
superpower.
too much into the semantics, but
like
your
talent.
She's right.
Like what you're really good at.
The
Like
superpower,
everyone has something that they're really good at that other people aren't good at.
Okay.
So people will try it.
Yeah.
And they'll try it and they'll love it.
And they'll love it.
But it's not their superpower. It's not what makes people get goosebumps when you do it.
So I'm real ready for everybody. I'm ready. Like, I know y'all think I'm sitting here in the center and I'm like,
I don't know what's happening.
I have cases on all of you. I'm going to tell you this right now. If everyone has a superpower.
With Denzel.
If everybody has a superpower, why don't we see more superheroes?
Because they're afraid.
What you talking about, man?
Yeah.
Wait, what's wrong with
Because
their confidence isn't there enough yet. They haven't tapped into it. It's there. If they tap into it sometimes, they see it light up and it flickers.
People don't know themselves.
But they haven't fully super singed.
There's some people that find out their superpower at 70 years old. What are we talking about?
Trivelle, you are a heavily Christian man. You know that they say God has an amazing plan for every single person. Every single person is special. So why are you pretending that that's not the case? Everybody has something and they need to develop and figure out what God has bestowed upon them. That is what they say.
Is it not what I love about people who try and come to me with this Christian argument?
No.
No.
Because you not believing that everyone has a superpower is very weird.
This guy? Because I know my Bible. I know the scripture also says many are called but few are chosen.
Absolutely.
I know the Bible says that many will hear me and not pass through me. So don't tell me that God is telling me.
Now you're talking about making it to the promised land versus having a successful life.
Don't tell me that everybody's saying, everybody's going to be kumbaya and da-da-da-da-da-da.
I didn't say that.
No. People fail because they refuse to pay the price. It has nothing to do with superpowers. There's a lot of mediocre people who are just willing to outsuffer the competition.
Of course.
Some of the most talented people I've ever met bag groceries. Yeah. It's not about superpowers.
Yeah.
But what if that's their superpower?
It's in me and it's a light, and I just didn't discover it until I was 70. And
but why so much focus on attributing money to success?
I said freedom. Everybody keeps trying to go back with lines.
Hold on. No,
I said freedom. I said the money was there to keep score.
Okay.
Okay.
But when somebody asked me what success was, I very specifically said freedom.
Freedom. And
Because
freedom
you know why?
I
Because
very specifically said
And freedom to you means?
Well, lovely for Chris, that's something you can define for yourself.
Well, that's true though.
Are you free?
yeah.
Are you free? You feel free?
I don't feel free.
What?
I don't feel free.
You don't feel free?
No.
Okay.
But
Do you feel free? Do you feel free?
no.
Do you feel free?
To a degree, yes.
Are there degrees of freedom?
yeah.
There's levels.
Of freedom? Okay, I think
Or
that's
maybe-
fair. I could.
You
yeah,
could
I'm
step
digesting
into
that.
that. Yeah, you can get into that.
I,
Yeah,
could,
think-
I
yeah,
understand
okay.
that freedom's not an absolute, but I would assume, but maybe I can counter and say the feeling of freedom I would think might be more absolute.
Like total freedom,
Like feeling free, I think is an absolute feeling.
I suppose.
Like an all-encompassing feeling. Like what do you mean? Like an
Like
absolute,
for example, a kid, right? Like or I think of like a kid who's really really small, and you put them in like a bigger room of the house,
Okay.
but it's like bigger than they could run to. They're gonna think they're free, but they're in the house still. But
Okay.
their perception is I'm free. Like look, what I can do. I'm rolling. I'm everywhere.
That's
I'm,
why.
Chevelle, let me ask
That's
you.
why I'm going with the level of there's levels to the freedom.
Let me ask you,
the
Trivelle. Hold
sense
on.
of it
Hold on,
isn't.
Trivelle.
Yes, sir.
All encompassing.
Are you free?
I'm freer now than I was before. I'm very close to
So
freedom.
there's
yeah.
so there's levels. And when do you feel? When
Because
do you
my
feel?
sense of it. But okay.
When do you feel like you'll
My
be free?
sense of free. Okay. My sense of freedom is evolving. The way I live now, I would have thought was freedom at 17, 20, 25, 30. Like, do you know what I'm saying? My sense of freedom is evolving.
yeah.
So is it a feeling or is it a decision?
Freedom?
Because if it's a feeling, then you're going to be chasing the idea of freedom because it's going to keep the definition is going to keep changing for you as your life changes and as your responsibility. I remember one night you told me that you know the amount of people's the responsibility that you have for a lot of these people does not allow you to sleep at night the way that other people will. So I wouldn't call having people's livelihoods in the palm of your decision with a fingertip. I wouldn't call that freedom. That would be the most defining way of describing being in shackles, and not in a bad way and not in a negative way. But I just mean in a way that the decisions that you make are not in a vacuum. They are an ever revolving thing that affects the lives and futures of many people. Is what I would say. So I just want to know, when do you feel like you would be free in that definition? Is all I would say.
I don't want to make this too much about my specific worldview. I find it has a lot of specificity. I was really much trying to drive home what I thought could be general concepts of freedom and success. I did assume that the perspective of success is the freedom to express yourself within the discipline that you've decided, right?
According to your definition.
When discussing freedom, I think of the analogy of like the fisherman thing. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. A businessman walks by a fisherman fishing, and he says, "Hey man, you should hire 2 people." He's fishing on the beginning. Hey, you should hire 2 people. Why? Man, if you hire 2 people, then you can sell more fish. Why would I want to sell more fish? Because if you sell enough fish, you can hire 10 people. And if you hire 10 people, you have a factory, and then you do the distribution thing. And then when you're doing the whole distribution thing and you're making all this money, then you could fish. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So the narrative of the story is the man who was fishing for 25 cents and the man who's fishing, running an empire of 25 billion, are both free because the desire is to fish. Do you see what I'm saying? It's your perception.
But it's funny because that analogy you just painted goes against everything you've been arguing for the last 40 minutes.
But this is what I was talking about, the perceptions of freedom. That's why I said freedom is not a measure of what is actually true. We have laws, right? There's limits to what we can all do. We all sign up for the social contract. I can't freely do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
what that you want to do? Like, what
hey, I might have grown up in church, but things have changed. No, but I mean,
amen.
But it's a perception of freedom.
Yeah.
It is where how do you feel in relation with your surroundings, your circumstances? Then when you break out of what was once your entire world, and you perceive the greatness of your now universe, and seeing the limits of that, then yes, you push again and you have a different sense of freedom. But when you break the universe, then you perceive the galaxy. Then you'll perceive the celestial reality. These are all exercises of self. You see what I'm saying? The reason why I was talking, when we started this conversation about quitting or about
the idea
the
of
love of quitting or loving things
versus quitting.
And I think we all end up agreeing. My position is once you've tasted something a certain way,
Can't go back.
To do it differently, I think is quitting. Do you see what I'm saying? I think that's more the position I was taking. And I felt like what was happening in the room is we were saying, yeah, but doing it at all is still fine. And I think it invalidates. I think it invalidates the levels that we've all gone to. We're all artists. And we've all had experiences.
So,
I know what the biggest stage I was on when I killed it, I know what it tastes like.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. Since
knowing that the flow of my life was not going to allow me to live there.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Is why I couldn't go back.
So let me ask you this.
I understand what you're saying.
So in the spirit of
but
that,
I didn't love it.
In the spirit of that, and in the spirit of how far you've taken into music, what stage, and I don't mean a physical stage unless it was a stage, do you feel like you reached of a pinnacle that you felt like everything else was regression, like to where you're like, okay, I have to quit? Like,
I'll use a very real example that I
I only want real examples.
When we did the 5 together.
Oh man,
when we did the 5 together, bro. So for those who run the Toronto music circuit, you're gonna know this. You do a lot of dog ass shows. You do a lot of shows where you're selling tickets.
I want to say so much stuff, but I'm not even gonna.
You've invited 7 of your friends that don't want to be there.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? It's just rough.
Air horns.
He don't want me to start.
So we were able to put together a show where I knew y'all knew me, and I knew it's 5 people. Our set lists are long, and I know the quality of each and every single. I've literally finally put together a show where I'm inviting my friends to a show I would go to.
Yes. Okay.
And then it hit. It hit.
Yeah.
No tech issues. The DJ wasn't late. The lights worked.
Wasn't late.
The bar got. Bro, it hit. And I breathed it in. Some of the compliments I got that night were absolute nonsense. Nobody means what they said to me that night. Because I was getting, no, because they couldn't. Because they were saying some wild stuff. Hey, yo, this is the best I've seen. I saw Beyonce last week. You're lying to me. But I received that the elixir of the night was that strong. You see what I'm saying?
It's a moment.
Bro, when we did that, and then the week after, I think I had something called like Shining Stars with a Z at freaking Lamborghini Lounge. I said, I'm quitting this shit, bro. I'm not doing this no more. Because I can't.
Let me ask you this question now. So in the field that you are in now, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure week to week, day to day, everything is different.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there are some weeks where you made some plays and you made some moves and you're like, wow.
It didn't work, yeah.
No.
Sorry, yeah.
Wow. Everything fucking hit. This is like, I'm fucking Rain Man or who like everything I'm touching is going. Like this is insane. Yeah. Have you never had one of those weeks or stretch of days, I don't know how you accumulate or count these things, where you haven't really had a repeat week that has been the exact same or maybe better, and you're kind of subconsciously chasing that feeling?
I can go real with you. This year alone, trading wise, the January I had and the February I had, I felt flawed, bro. Thinking about it now, I feel fantastic. And I don't know if I'll ever have 2 months like that again, and you go through rough months. The freedom, though, is that the field I'm in, the sandbox I'm playing in, is still that free sandbox. You see what I'm saying? Like, my perception of freedom is still, but the game I'm playing.
But understand that is a game.
Going to do Shining Stars after doing the 5 was not the same game. It was I don't know how to describe it. It was like feeling like
I know what it's like.
I've been first class and I flew to what's the furthest place you can go? Australia. The champagne was delicious. I loved the caviar. And then next week, I was at Bramalea Mall. In front of a kiosk where they sell the fake jewelry with 5 minutes before I have to leave. Yeah. And the host had a Bathing Apes sweater on.
Okay. I have a question for you, though. What, in your mind, you only wanted to be involved in music in the capacity that it has to be, I have to be an artist. Why not?
Performing.
Yeah, performing. Yeah. Why not? I'm not judging. I'm just saying, why not songwriting? Why not teaching the youth?
I did those things as well. It's part of the reason why I make movies. I literally transitioned out of it saying, but the arts is what I love, which is why I go back to that statement. It's not like I didn't love it. However, I don't even want to say the pressure. I think there is a responsibility. I can only speak specifically to men in this regard. There is a responsibility we have to be something to our families.
Yeah.
And there, in that responsibility, there is a requirement for consistency.
Yeah.
And I was seeing that my musical pursuits did not provide the consistency that I thought was my responsibility. Right. There were weeks where I would do a show and lose money. And then there are weeks where I would do a show and make money. And I remember the feeling of paying bills. You know what I'm saying? I hit this week. I'm going to people with wallets of cash.
Yeah.
Yo, hold this, son. I'm going to be back. I got another one outside.
Yeah.
There's that sense. There are artists that, without question, know they're making, I'm going to hit the stage, I'm making money this tour. Or I'm making money this run. Or even just that would have been freedom. Even that, you know what I'm saying? In my mind then, even that would have been free. The consistency to not go to people who I know love me and are giving me every opportunity to win and saying, I need an extra 2 weeks.
Right.
I hit the show Saturday, didn't do that. I need 2 weeks. I need a month. And they love me and it's okay. I can't speak to what it's like for everybody else. For me, no, the pain of those conversations, it's not like I didn't love it. I could no longer put my people through that anymore.
Yeah.
I needed to come good on what was sacrifices made so I could try and be something. Yeah.
And to be honest, that's only something that an individual can come to terms with in terms of their own learning, their own discovering of who they are, because I believe that there's different outcomes based on the different decisions that you make. You know what I mean? Like everything is dependent on
I know the mistake I made
little.
in music too.
No, and those are things that you look at retroactively and say, and you can say that because it's your journey, because your mistakes and other people's mistakes aren't gonna necessarily be the same. You know, like you talk about things that are important. You know, that people, you know, sign up and do long term. Like if we talk about like relationships, for example, right? I don't know what everyone's relationship status here is, generally speaking, but I do know that there is many perspectives on things that happen in the context of relationship that hits people differently. Like let's say, like, you know, we have Perfume in the Room. Like let's say, you know, you're in a relationship. Whatever happens, you know, it's going well. You know, they're checking off all the boxes. You're spending time with this person. You know, you have mutual interest. There's mutual love. Like they're doing all these different things, right? And so far, it's an equally yoked experience, right? And then it comes to something that you can't really control, which typically and usually it's in the man's court, which is marriage, right? We've talked about marriage on this podcast many times. We've come to it in different circumstances. But one thing that I've noticed that there is a little bit of dissension on is the idea of a public proposal versus a private one. Now, here's the thing, what I'll say, because we have women in the room who can speak to this in a way that we can only dream of, or we can only articulate from the male perspective, right? Now, if you are a man of, not necessarily of means, but of someone who, a made man, made man? No, he knows what I'm talking about. Who likes to make grand gestures of things, right? Who likes to put on a show and a large showing to express his love. And then you have other men who kind of show it in different ways. I know that when it comes to public versus private, and I think you ladies can probably interpret that the way that you want, but in your perfect scenario, if you're in a situation right now or not, or even if it's just ideologically speaking, where do you land on that? Because I know that it can be different. I've seen videos of women rejecting men because it was a public proposal and they actually wanted to be with this person, and because it was
that, I feel bad
street.
for the guy.
Is that true?
Like my heart goes out to all. Oh, girl.
Yes.
You have not seen the embarrassment.
I'm inside.
Like,
there you go.
I feel like, as a man, and I feel sorry for those guys. I don't know what they're going through. Like, my heart goes out to you guys. But what made you think, you knowing your girl, knowing her personality, the things she likes, the things she doesn't like,
Right.
maybe she's not a person who likes to be like don't post me type thing. You know what I mean? There's girls like that. Some guys don't think we're like that, but some of us aren't. We don't want to be seen because we like our privacy. Our relationship is only going to thrive by privacy. Yeah. So why in the hell would you go propose in front of a bunch of people just to get rejected when we could have done this shit at home? Like,
for real.
You know your girl. You know your girl. So
You're supposed to know your girl.
Well, yeah. Maybe it was
Sometimes
like
it's about them. That
now it makes me question how long you were together.
Right. And if I feel like as you're dating or being with someone, you kind of figure out the way that they receive those kind of things in like small doses over a period of time. So you should technically know if that would be something that they would receive really well, you know, versus just throwing all your eggs in this basket and doing this thing and putting her on Front Street. Because I noticed like a lot of women say that they don't really they wouldn't prefer that. They wouldn't prefer it that way. Like they'd rather in a
something more
private,
intimate.
right? What do you
Family maybe like
or
you know?
Yeah, things that they can control, things that are.
And wouldn't you ask the family? Like, I have so many questions for these men.
Right. You would think that
like the best friend, you know, like her best friend. Like, do you think this is something she'd like? Like, you guys are smart enough to do that. You know, maybe it was fake, but like, you know, maybe who knows? Social media is iffy sometimes. But to the ones that are out there, like, wouldn't you ask these questions to like, the family to see if it's something that your future wife would like to do? You know.
1,000%. What do you think? What would you rather?
Personally, I keep my private life private.
Right.
Yeah.
And I value privacy in that regard. I think in a society, and even in a society of people valuing social media, I think is crazy, you know. And it makes people think that they have to put everything online.
Everything.
You know, that's crazy to me. But I just love privacy, and I think there's certain things that should be kept. So between you and your partner, you know, if someone wants to display public affection, that's cool. But if you're doing it or expecting it every day, I think it's become something else. Like, who is it for? Is it for the world, or what? Is this even a relationship?
Yeah,
it's more like a show.
Performative.
Yeah, performative. Yeah. So
because a lot of guys do operate in the performative space because
performative.
When they do it, when they operate in that way, it kind of removes the need to really have the meaning behind it. Like, because it's like, hey, I did this for you. I did all these things for you. Like, can't you see? Like,
it's sort of like,
what are you
trying to prove?
And that's the thing.
You know?
And if you know your woman, you should know that that's not necessarily what she needed from you at any point in the relationship. But as men, we don't always see it that way because, you know, we have to wait.
But even though I'm quite private about it, I mean, to a degree, right? But if my man proposed and maybe I didn't want something public, but he did it, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't kill him like
to X him and be like, this is over.
Or embarrass him.
He's like, do you even love him? I wouldn't, you know? That I think it just shows the actual relationship. Right. Maybe the person rejected it because maybe they didn't love the person. And they wanted to reject this individual privately.
A beneficial thing for them.
You put it right there for me to lay up. It's right there. You gave me an out. You gave me an excuse. You gave me
the clutch, Robert Ory.
I think like
7 rings.
Guys who public proposal, private proposal, I think they have a lot in common with guys who try and eat ass.
Okay, we're there.
First encounter. And
first encounter?
Yeah, because all that happened is that one of your friends said he did it and it went awesome. So you're thinking, yeah, let me see. That's what happened. No, that's what it is. No, if you think about it, think of most things that men do that are stupid, they just got a bad review from a friend.
Oh.
I'm not even joking.
Okay, I see.
Never mind. I don't want to.
No. I get what you.
Bro, all it is that one time they were having beers and one dude said, yo, you know what? Me and my girl, we were in real trouble.
And then
then I proposed publicly and man, we're happy now. It's the same thing.
With ass.
Yeah.
Oh man, you bring
Bro,
up
I land everything. It may sound
a very good point.
But I land.
No.
Because some people do try to go the marriage route to like salvage a situation that is
rocky
going the wrong
way
just like
absolutely
ass,
left.
Babies too.
And
People who try to have babies for relationships is nuts. Have you ever taken care of a child? Bro, I'd hate my partner.
Taking care of
Look what you did to me! I hate, bro. My whole Saturday's ruined forever. Bro, Saturday's ruined forever. That's what children is. My Saturdays are ruined forever.
Nannies.
I'm only doing this if I love you. There are women I've loved I wouldn't have kids with.
No, and because
we've talked about that one.
yeah, we've
About the
definitely
loving and if we were gonna have kids with someone.
Yeah, I think it's a different discipline.
I think, but to the marriage thing, like I think it really is a social media experiment. I think is the best way to put it because it's all about being like we were talking about social media, how everything on social media is indicative of what's going on, what's good, what's bad, what's failure, what's success, and we just get so wrapped into it. And I don't know if any of you, when you're in relationships, like if you see those videos of these grandiose proposals, and let's say it's one that went over well, you're with your girl, she's like nudges you, like, why don't you do that for me, or kind of thing. Like they want those kind of things because it's stuff that they see, so they're just thinking in their mind that is what the expression of love is. You know what I mean? So that can kind of social media, as we know, we're artists here in some capacity. Like a lot of it is fluffed up and done up in a way that is Hollywood-esque. So it's not necessarily rooted in realism. You know what I mean? But one thing also that I've seen social media once again, in conjunction with marriage, right? So okay, so let's say both of you, right? You know, you're with somebody, you know, you have a great relationship over a period of time, and you know, he proposes or you propose. No,
no,
right?
girls,
And
I would.
Yeah, right.
I'd propose.
You would?
I'd propose,
Never.
man.
You
If I
have or
knew
you
we
would?
were, no, I would.
You
Like,
would.
I
Okay,
don't
good.
put that out the question.
Right.
Like,
No,
I find, yes, it's traditional for a man to, but I'm not as traditional as I used to be. So
Let's
it's like,
go.
if I feel like, you know, we're at a place, and don't get me wrong, I'm not just going to do it. I'm going to speak to him. I'm going to see where his mental's at. If this is something that he wants to do, if he's ready for it. Again, yeah, there's going to be, you know, the signals.
Proposing.
That's what I was about to
Pardon?
say. In your mind, would you propose because you wonder why he hasn't proposed, so you're going to put it out there?
Oh, no. We just have to be on the same page. Like, it's more of a same page thing. Like, everyone has a different personality. Some people are shy. Some guys are scared to get rejected. So it's like...
literally.
I would, you know, put that confidence in him a little bit and be like, hey, like, why don't we do this? Or are you ready for this? If you're not, cool. We'll wait, more time, grow together. But yeah, I don't see why girls can't propose
in the
to.
tradition, would you set it up like how?
Again, I have to know where his mental's at.
But you're going down on one knee, like with the ring.
you know what I
Okay,
mean?
like-
But does every man go on one knee necessarily? I mean,
No,
Just in
in videos.
No, some do it sitting down with the person.
Right?
beside
Hey,
them.
baby, like, what's up?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know about the whole down on one knee thing, but it would. I feel like it might be just a private proposal because
In
again,
that case, yeah.
So we like the.
I want to know where his head's at. I want to know what's going on with him. If we have been together for a long time, why don't we get married? Like it would be one of those questions. It would be like a casual friend conversation.
Right.
Wow, I don't know.
You think why don't we get married as a casual friend conversation?
Tyler Perry definitely thinks so.
If that's your best friend, if you're in a relationship that is solid and the foundation's there, you guys are both financially good and, you know, building together. You guys have the like ambition to do all this in the relationship. What makes it anything else just to put rings and make it forever?
For sure. Yeah, no. And Trivelle, I know, just cook, man. You want to jump in.
But I'm very open-minded. So, like,
See,
you
and
know,
that's
different
I respect
topics, I'm going to have different feels for things.
No, because most women would not feel that way. Like I hear
That
about
you know.
women that way online. Like, you know what I mean?
Wait,
No, because
you mean social media?
sure. Because the people that are open and kind of have that different perspective on things, you kind of hear that from afar. You never, because we are trapped in the traditional paradigm of how things have operated for an extended period of time. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Now, see, with me as a man, if I guess I'd have to put myself, because every situation is
As an
different,
Igbo
right?
man and a Jamaican?
every every relationship is different, right? Every connection and union with someone is different. So I can't speak to. I'm not gonna generalize because some people like things that other people don't, right? Like some people like fingers up the butt. Like that's not me, but that's some people. That gets them going.
What is this guy
You know what I mean? Some people like hot wax poured on their body.
Not the hot
Some
wax.
people like shit that is crazy that might not make sense for your relationship, but it makes sense for other people. So I don't feel like it's right to just
Does
say,
does hot wax make sense for your relationship?
someone put hot wax on me. I didn't like it every single time. But
He said
Not every single time.
what it was.
So you
I-
liked
I
it
wasn't like-
sometimes.
every single
Someone
time.
put hot wax on
All
me.
right, here comes the hot
Freaky
wax.
There was a few times that he liked it.
I'm not feeling good. Yeah, if I'm.
No, we're not doing that. We're not waxing that. We're not doing that.
No, there's no positive. It was with a woman. But my point is that it's so easy to judge based on how you've grown up or how you kind of look at things. So it's like I don't. What is the point? Because in some cases, I've seen a lot of women propose to men, and the men were over the moon, and they said yes, and they went, and like she said, all the other aspects of the relationship was there. But then I know the question that we would ask is, if everything is going great, why wouldn't a man
he?
propose? That would be the question I would ask to those men.
Oh, and what I would ask to women is, are you proposing because
He's taking
because
too
he's
long.
not.
because he's like, you want him forever and you believe he wants you forever, but because he's not is why you're doing it? Or are you doing it because this is what I want to do today?
Well, that's what I would expect a woman to do, is do it because she wants to do it, not
And
because
I feel
of
like there's
the
some I've seen
situation.
that they're doing it because like, this guy's taking a long
Traditional,
time. And
like,
I don't.
yeah.
Like, I'm gonna. You know what? If this is what I want, I'm not gonna wait for him anymore. I'm gonna just.
It's now or never.
It's-
But then again, that's also like like that person's mentality, right? Like
Yeah.
they had enough. We've been together for too long, so it's now or never because I'm getting old type thing. And usually it has to do with them not being able to have kids or they're too old, like one of those situations, you know? So I kind of get it. Like, you know, a girl's going to get a little antsy and desperate if you've been together for 20 years and you're going to be 35 next year, you know?
Because the opposite is being in the long relationship and the man not doing anything and her just complaining to him or to other people about it
Instead of
with
just
no
getting up and doing it.
Yeah, like I've been together for 10 years. Like, why aren't we doing anything? Like, that is a solution instead of A, forcing the man to do something that he doesn't want to do, or B, just sitting idly by. So in that sense, you kind of get the answer that you were looking for, which actually brings me to a question that that I didn't have necessarily, but I want to know this. Okay, so if a guy proposes to you, right, and for whatever reason you say no, I don't know whatever the reason is, it public, yada yada,
Sinky feet.
is the relationship over?
Yes.
No. I'm not ready to get married. So just give me some more time. Just like we gave you guys time. All the time. All the time. I'm not ready. It's not that I don't love you, but I'm just not ready to marry you yet.
But you would articulate that too.
Oh, 100%.
I'm just not ready.
But some men might be hurt and might, in their mind, think it's over. But really, it's like, we need to have a talk about this. I didn't know you were going to do this.
Right.
I
Right,
need
yeah.
some
I need
time.
you to do this, yeah.
Let's discuss this.
Before T2 goes, T1, what say you? If you said no, would you assume that the relationship is over? Like, would that be your intention if you had rejected a proposal?
I think that's how the other person would receive it.
No matter what.
Yeah, because you're supposed to love this person. You know, like, what are we dating to pass time or what? You know, it depends on what the intention of these people being together. If you're dating to marry and you're with this individual, then it would be really shocking if you're like, what are you talking about? No. And the other person's like, what are you talking about? We've been together, blah, 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 you know? So I think it would be over. Because why are we doing this?
Right. But
Depends on what the goals of the relationship are, I think.
Like, that's it, right? I was saying, like, you need to
Yeah. What if
know
there's
where it is, where
What
it's
about
at.
if it's expected, but then the girl goes no? You know?
if what's expected?
if they're working towards
Marriage.
marriage.
Okay.
And but then she got cold feet.
Yeah, then the work wasn't done.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. If you're working towards it, if you're working towards that end, and then the proposal comes up and she says no, then the work she
They
doesn't
weren't
feel
working towards it. Yeah, it was never being worked.
or
towards, maybe.
it was,
I don't
but
know.
it just never reached
That understanding
the understanding
where
because
you have to be there or it's not happening.
both people I don't know about the men in the room, but like I don't necessarily believe in agreeing to something just because you were put on the spot about it, right? For example, like, you know, I've been in a relationship or situation where the person said like, "I love you" first, right? And usually my go-to would be, "Oh, I love you too," right? Because they've said it, they've come out with it, and you are now being put in a position. If you don't say it, then that means that I don't love this person. But it's no. Now it's like, no, I can, and maybe I'm working towards that. But at this particular time, I'm not gonna just say it because to echo and mirror what you said for the sake of it. I want to say it on my own, and I want to say it when I mean it.
Yeah.
So in the same breath as a marriage situation, it's like, yeah,
You said you
maybe
learned that? You said that
yeah.
recent?
Well, I learned that. Like over time, I figured out that is not.
So
You can't just say it because most 98% of relationships I've been in, if the woman has said it first, I've just said it as an echo.
You guys haven't
If
done
you
that?
ever dated this guy, yo, you were lied
You
to.
guys never done that?
I was
When
just
you were like
about to-
younger? And like a girl would be like, "Oh my god, babe, I love you." And you're like, "Yeah, I love you too."
Yeah, please speak to it.
You haven't like
No.
spat it out that
No,
Come on.
Apparently, I'm the only one, but okay.
No, wait. No.
I'm not.
All right, and I'm fine with it. I can
No,
stand on that.
I'm not saying that at all. I just know that anytime that I didn't say I love you back, it was over.
Everyone has to manage their expectations
So
with who they're seeing.
And that too.
it's been over. So I've said I love you to keep the relationship, even though I didn't love them.
Okay, but that becomes your reason for doing
Because
it.
I think sometimes they say it way too early, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Can I develop?
Yeah,
Can I-
no, and that's
can
why
I
I'm saying
get-
so.
Organically, right?
Yeah, like
On your own
You know what I mean?
schedule,
And
on
some
your
take
own
it as
time,
a
and there's
slight.
nothing wrong with that.
They've taken it as a slight,
Which yeah,
you know, and then I've never.
and they should. And the girl that I was with didn't take it as a slight. That didn't say it right away, which is
That's
interesting.
beautiful.
Very
I love
understanding.
That. That's amazing.
Yeah, no.
I've got
wish
the
I
I
was
love you
listening to
some
that
days
more.
and I don't love you other days. You have to deal with people like that.
Sorry, you've heard somebody say I love you some
Yeah,
days, I don't
I've been
love you other
told
days?
like one day they love me and the next day they don't.
Somebody said that to your face?
Oh, I was like a long relationship of that.
And they kept saying that like they said
What
it
the
more.
fuck? What?
That goes against a lot of things I believe.
Wait, what?
To their understanding, they love certain things about me some days and hated certain things about me other days. So like their love was like a switch, like it was like on and off, on and off.
So it's
on and off.
conditional.
Very conditioned.
Conditional.
I just think it's not love at all.
Yeah.
No, but in a sense, in the mind, you think it is. That's like that's a toxic. It's a toxic situation.
Yeah, that's well, okay.
Yeah.
A lust, control, wanting to direct
I
somebody.
love this about you, and the next day I don't love that same thing about you. That's
And that's why I feel like
wow.
love
Damn.
sometimes is thrown around a lot.
Too loosely.
It's too loosely, and they don't understand what actually comes with it. But then, based on how I've been talking this whole podcast, that is self-defined. So you have to define what that means to you. And if what my definition doesn't align with yours,
2024.
then we're gonna have this.
2024.
And it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. And that's why you need to be with someone who's equally yoked and you're in a situation where you're on the same vibration and same wavelength. And that can only be accumulated or reached through time and learning the person, and not just being lustfully attracted to someone or, you know, wanting something because it needs to happen at a certain time or what have you. Like, you need to let these things kind of, because the thing about time is a snitch. It's gonna tell on you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna.
Where did you take that from? No. Quote it.
I like that one. I like that one.
No, I came up with it, man.
You really came with it?
Yeah,
That's fire. That's great.
it's true, and you just have to allow. And I understand time is fleeting. You know, time is precious. There's so many better things you want to do with your time there. So it's hard to just allow for that. But sometimes it's the best thing, because situations that are going to explode will explode through time. Things that are gonna get greater and better through time, and then time is money, and then it's all these different things. But you can't rush matters that are hinged on like emotion. Like it is very. It's very disingenuous to yourself and to the other person, but we do it because of how life is set up, because of everything is now. AI this, AI that. Now with iPhone, you can pre-send messages the next day, and you can like everything.
It's a toxic guy's delight right there. Right?
Well,
you know how many guys are going to be pre-sending the good morning, beautiful messages?
Good morning. Good morning.
Super yikes.
You just leaked it.
Man, I wish I had that. Pardon?
Wait, no, you're gonna get it if you update your.
No, I
you
mean,
update
but
your
when I
phone.
actually cared about doing that.
Oh yeah, right.
I don't give a fuck about doing that.
Super yikes.
No, man, look,
I used to have an alarm to do that for me. Good morning, beautiful.
Go back to sleep.
but you know what? But that
How did you remember?
Crazy.
Nigga, I'm asleep.
Yo, I know a guy. The game has changed. I know a guy who one time, right? He's gonna be so mad I'm telling this story.
What's his name?
No, I can't.
Ryan.
No, I can't. But I know a guy who, like, when he goes out with a woman, he takes like notes of like what she said in his phone notepad.
Oh, that's sick.
Wait. How was that sick?
First of all, I think sick is wild, but
That's sick.
But then
like while he's talking to her? Like, oh
no.
my God,
Like
that's
he'll do it
amazing.
on the side, but then like
She loves.
he's also a naturally loving, but that's why he's good like that. So like on the Wednesday that she said she enjoys like chocolates, she's getting chocolates because he has
He's
it in his
wooing.
phone.
He's
Oh,
wooing heavy.
So is he thoughtful or is he a manipulator?
Exactly.
I think he's
Master
studious.
manipulator.
Exactly.
Studious.
Studious, isn't that studious?
That's
Why-
down the
if-
line.
It
If I see
depends on
someone
why
taking
he's taking the notes.
While we
No,
on
you're not gonna see him take notes, but he has a note.
But maybe they do see.
So but let's do
No,
Because you
But-
never know.
I'm telling you right now, they never see the
Okay, so he goes home and tries to remember. He recalls
He does
everything,
remember.
and then
and he puts together his dossier.
so he remembers. Why is he making a note?
Yo, because you never know.
This guy's making an Excel spreadsheet. It's crazy.
You don't keep a fuck.
Wait.
This dude is
never said
Jeffrey
notes on somebody?
Dahmer, bro.
Time out.
I need the premise. I need the setup. What do you mean? Have I ever taken
When
notes
you were in high
on
school and a
somebody?
girl said, "This is my favorite color," and you knew you were gonna forget, did you write it down?
Oh, okay, you know what? I think.
Thank
I'm-
you.
I-
You know what's
no,
funny?
I'm gonna say
I have the reverse.
I don't forget.
I have the reverse.
You remembered every girl's favorite color, Sweet
I have
Ball?
the reverse. I have the reverse sentiment. Back in high school and
Nigerian
shit.
lover man, you're a liar.
Yo, in high school and shit,
I'm
I didn't.
I'm
need
an
to
actor.
remember that
Nigga. All we do is remember supposed to remember shit.
When-
Remember this.
when you
remember
play that game?
Remember this. Remember that.
Nah.
I'm dead ass.
In high school, I didn't need to remember that shit. Nowadays, there's too many things to remember. So
Yeah,
I
like,
need
that shit was easy
I
back
need
then.
to annotate some of this shit and keep for
So you
later.
don't keep like you're messing with a woman, you really like her. You don't keep a record of like stuff y'all are talking about just so you can.
I don't think there's nothing wrong.
No, I
don't
just
know if
don't-
there's nothing wrong with it, but
Hold on, does this
I
sound
just-
wild?
Like,
Wait, yes.
Yes, you're a
it
trick
depends on
driving.
why
Yeah,
they're
because-
taking the notes. It depends on the like.
If we're talking,
What is the notes for? Is
Right.
it to remember
messages,
or
I will-
is it
Yeah.
to
manipulate later.
like to your benefit? Like what is it?
I'm not making notes.
It should be organic.
I'll scroll through our
You
conversations.
forget stuff. I don't
I
want
will.
to do that.
No, but if you
We'll write it, have a
truly
conversation, and you'll see it in your
yeah,
notes, your
if you
text messages
truly
or
if
whatever.
you truly care and you're truly attentive to this person, you will love to learn their wants and needs and everything.
I have no.
Cook.
We're not having no
okay,
file.
But
I don't
if it's
have- I don't have
if it's
a file. I don't have a
transactional,
case on every one of y'all.
if it's
Elon
trans-
Musk-
A file.
I think
I'm
Elon
putting
Musk.
cases on every one of y'all.
I think Elon Musk. I think he takes notes because I feel like he got a lot going on. I
man,
think,
he's a robot.
I
He
think
relaxes
Nick
and takes
Cannon- I
notes.
think Nick Cannon.
I don't
took
even
notes.
think he considers it taking
He has
notes.
also 24 children.
Exactly.
But at my point,
He
I
needs
think if you're
notes.
Nick, you got kids all over the spot. You take notes. Nick Cannon has notes for sure.
No, he has an assistant.
No,
I
Nick
mean,
Cannon for sure has
he-
notes.
that kind of guy needs notes.
Yeah.
His
I'll
assistant
give
is
him a
taking
pass
notes.
for that.
His
He needs
assistant
that.
But isn't it self-awareness if you have an inability to remember specific
And that's
things?
different.
You know how much stuff
But
I want
that's
to remember
different.
I forgot?
That's different.
I like
though.
notes.
Yeah, but
Are
that's
you just
different.
talking to one girl? Or are you talking to many girls at once?
Yeah,
see?
That's
exactly.
like
Who are you
again.
talking to?
Oh no.
You wait. What did I see that recently?
No.
What do you mean? Yo, I saw
do you
that.
mean talking
I saw
to?
that like 24 hours ago. I don't know where I see it.
Like, what do you mean talking to?
Because you're talking to how many girls are you talking to?
Oh my
You
god.
guys are
Yeah.
wild.
Like what's
No, the
talking?
talking to thing. We can't.
Hey, man, it's all about your morals
We're all
and choices.
Yeah, that's it.
No, we can't go to the talking to thing. I mean, that's because that's. I mean, if it's. I mean, I'm assuming if you're not exclusive with someone, I mean, the assumption is that
I'm only exclusive with Jesus, you know.
oh my god.
Speaking of Jesus.
Wait, speaking of Jesus.
I just wanted to see if he had something that was going to connect to that. I was
Wait, why? Oh, you know what? Oh man,
See?
I wanted to ask something that had nothing to do with that. Okay, so this is something that I saw,
Nice.
right? And I was trying to say, and someone cut me off about 40
Trivelle.
minutes ago. Yeah, no, for sure. Okay, so let's say in the hypothetical situations, both of you got married to these amazing guys or whatever, right? Or got engaged to be, like, right? If you had a friend of yours who's a really good friend of yours, a girl who, you know, you share a lot of things with, and maybe, you know, we're in the social media age, so you put this information online, and so they saw it, right? This person, you care about this woman enough that you would invite them to your wedding, right? But in this scenario, they did not congratulate you on social media. They also, as you've looked through your messages and stuff, you didn't see that they congratulated you. Would you still invite them to your wedding?
Is this my best friend?
This is somebody who enough that you would invite to your wedding. So I don't know if you want to put them in the best friend category or how you want to like categorize it, but this is somebody who you would consider inviting to your wedding of at least 150 people, maybe
Like
200.
not a phone call.
It's
Only social media, or like they could have called me and said congratulations.
They could have called you, but for whatever reason, you had intentions to invite them to your wedding, but they did not openly say anywhere that you can remember congratulating you on the engagement. Do you rescind that invitation?
That hasn't been sent.
That hasn't been sent. There's only a mental one.
I don't need you to write under my pictures to tell me congratulations. If you did call me, I'm still inviting you. But I don't need to publicize that you congratulated me.
But if they didn't call you as well?
If they didn't call me, then you like my man.
What's it again?
You like my man.
Super yikes.
That's crazy.
That is very...
You either slept with him at some point, or you secretly have a crush on him, or you're secretly jealous that I am in an amazing relationship and you don't have that for yourself.
Yep.
You're not my friend. You were living it through me, and now you're upset that I'm
you won't invite them, or would you ask them about it? Like,
I would definitely talk about it.
Okay, so you would. Okay, so okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can ask about
I'm a
it.
communicator.
But some people
But that's
like,
voluntary at that point. Because it's like the damage has been done. Now the asking is kind of just figuring out why that decision
So she
was
asks
made.
her, and then the girl gives an excuse.
What excuse would be good enough to not acknowledge?
An excuse?
Yeah,
Or,
that
yeah,
you
the
would
reason,
that you
or
would
the
that you would change your mind.
Yeah.
Because
Your mom must have been in the hospital dying or something.
Oh shit, nigga.
You were in the hospital, and I want to see a tag on your wrist. I want to see that medical band. Like, you got into a car accident. I want to see the car wreck. Like, there's no reason why you couldn't congratulate me if you were in my close friend group.
So we talking life and death shit.
1,000. That's
The only reason that she would. I hear that.
Near death experience.
something that would, because you have to think about it. Like, that's a big, like, I know for men it's a little bit different. We wire differently potentially. None of us have. Well, anyway.
No, honestly, dude.
No, because what I'm saying is,
the man said none of us have.
Honestly, wait. That was not to be disingenuous. That was to be mindful. That's to be mindful. So what I'm saying is, I can't put myself in the position of someone who I want there who did it. Okay, T, the other T, the more pleasant T.
Pleasant T.
How would you navigate that, or how would you perceive that?
Well, I think, why do we say congratulations?
Oh, see.
So
we're getting deeper.
We say it to people we care about, you know? I'm happy when my friends win. It doesn't matter if they're getting married, I don't even care if you got a new dog, like whatever makes you happy. You bought a house, you know? With the relationship I have with my friends, it's very reciprocal. Yeah. You know, when they see me winning, congrats right away. Yeah. When I see them winning, congrats right away.
Two-way street.
The respect is a two-way street, and for me, it's always there, and it's always I hold it to a high regard. It's important in my relationship. So if someone I consider close does not congratulate me, that says a lot about them. And they're already showing me who they are, right? So, and it's not a good thing.
At all.
So why would I?
Yeah.
Why would I? Why would I have you there? There's
that energy.
Yeah. Because that's.
Is the friendship over?
It's a pivotal moment.
It's
a pivotal moment in my life.
Is the friendship over after that? When you realize, because this is supposed to be a shock to you, like you can't believe this person. This is not something that you. Oh, I kind of figured that she was.
You could. It's potential. But,
let's say it just came out of
the purposes. Yeah,
you're like, wow, you really didn't. To me.
And you're cognizant of it, because obviously if you have a lot of friends, you might not notice, but obviously someone you care about.
We've been through
and
shit.
they move that way.
I'm secretly hating.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people in your circle that secretly hate you.
Your biggest hater might be right there. So
That's the only.
I don't need that. I wouldn't want that type of energy.
Had my biggest.
There,
days.
that during your happiest moment, your biggest day. So it's a hard no.
Mm-hmm.
That's because I've seen it. And maybe hopefully we'll have the person on who went through that well. But I just thought that was
crazy.
I thought that was
person.
And there's a. Sorry to cut you, but it just reminded me of something that happened last year. I'm Macedonian.
okay.
Hey.
So yeah.
I don't know why. Sorry, no. The reason why I've been looking into a lot of like Euros coverage, and Northern Macedonia beat Italy.
Oh, we don't call it North.
I know it's different,
Just
but
Macedonia.
Just Macedonia.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I've been hearing Macedonia a lot over the past like 2 weeks.
Oh, I love that. It's such a small nation, but both my parents were from there. Whatever. Been to a lot of weddings because it's a big thing in our culture,
Right.
and it's usually big banquets, this and that. And one of the friends that we grew up with in our community got married last year, and whatever. My sister was invited to the engagement, I think, and my bro, I was not. And then I didn't care because I don't really like going to events that take up my entire day.
Word.
But then the individual who was getting married, he came to my house. He had to drop something off, and then I said congratulations and blah blah blah. And during that season, I'm also prepping for my battle. He's like, I can't wait for you guys all to be at my wedding. I can't wait for all you. I said, I'm looking forward to it. I might even book it off. And I was looking forward to it, right?
Yeah.
Invitations go out
Oh shit.
via WhatsApp. Crazy. So
2020.
members in the community are like, oh, I got so-and-so the invite, so-and-so. And like certain siblings got it, certain ones didn't. Everyone in my family did not. Day before the wedding, I get a WhatsApp message. Pull up to the wedding, but for the after party.
Super yikes.
Yo, didn't that happen to us before?
Super yikes.
Yes.
Buddy,
That did happen to us.
buddy, I have a show. I forgot about you.
Is that how you answered the day before the guy's wedding? Did you respond that? Okay, I was supposed to say that.
I don't even think I opened it. I think
I wish I did.
I didn't think I was like, that's crazy.
That's sick.
To me, that's disrespectful. Because I would have came if the invite was provided sufficiently, in time. But then the night before and saying like, basically coming for the after party or the party is like, we don't want to pay for your plate, bro.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what that is.
Oh, super yikes, yo.
What do you mean? That is exactly what that is. Don't come to the wedding, but come to the after party. Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Because
We had that. Oh, I wish I could remember who that was.
Yeah,
They should have communicated that better.
Who?
Like the people getting married. Yeah.
It was bad. To me.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's.
crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's a conscious decision to invite people, right? You're like, so-and-so.
Yep.
I was like, I would love to be a part of it. Like,
Yeah, you expressed
just
that
to
when
just to show love, because
Yeah.
I was working the night of the engagement. Anyways, I think I was invited to that one, but they all know that I'm busy DJing.
Yeah.
But I think they were aware that I would pull up to the wedding. but the night before it's crazy.
That's insane.
I feel like I would do something.
Yo,
Like
pull up to.
No,
I feel like I'd send
no.
an
Yo,
invitation.
Like now I want to know like in
the after
depth of like
Who's finishing
why
it?
they
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
invite such and such, and was it a certain amount of number of people they could only have? Like now I want to know like in
Yeah,
depth to
because-
why
'cause-
those invitations weren't like given.
It's obviously a budget thing. They sent the invitations via WhatsApp. It's a
But
budget. It's a
WhatsApp
money.
is
It's money.
pretty. WhatsApp
I
is
think-
reliable. Bro.
Now we gotta
Everybody
think.
gets it.
We
And I
can
know-
only speculate,
and I know
but
you opened it.
No, it's about money. Bro, wedding invitations cost a lot of
I
money.
know you opened it.
It can. Yeah.
They can. Where are you gonna get them from?
They're
Staples.
Staples.
Yo, look, yo, see how I know this guy?
I'm not saying I would do it. I'd print them myself.
Now, how do you know so much?
That's Staples.
How do I know so much? I don't know. I've DJ'd weddings. I don't know.
Speaking
So-
of knowing so much,
yeah.
You DJ'd weddings, so you saw the invitations. Nigga, stop lying, bro.
Well, no, they sent me the invitation. Some of them, depending on which ones.
Have you ever booked a DJ and said, never mind.
Wait, yes, of course. No, what do you mean?
DJs get the wedding invite? You are cordially invited with your plus one. No, come work, bro. What's your rate? Like,
But it's,
what are
but
you
it's
saying
both.
to me?
No,
But
it's
he's-
been
he's-
both.
you've been-
Have you not DJ'd a wedding that you were also invited to? Like they also wanted you there as a person.
maybe one.
Yeah,
he's been.
I
you've had a
think-
couple-
I
he's had a
prefer to
few.
work it though.
Oh, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. No, you prefer to
Then it
make
doesn't
money.
take all day.
I don't like anything that takes all.
No, I don't. If it's more than 3 hours, I'm like
Time.
checking the time.
Exactly.
Speech. It's too much.
It can be. Yeah. Especially the waiting to play the music.
You know, I've enjoyed this. I know that we're hitting up against, from a timing perspective. we're hitting
I'm
against
not by
scheduling.
the timer, so I can't even say.
No, I
for
got
sure.
it.
No,
I've been taking care of it.
just time. Just
But I
look
think
at the time.
I'd rather enjoyed this. Ladies, how did you feel?
with the podcast. Oh, I had a great time.
Just conversations and
Had a great time.
T?
Exciting.
No, it was cool because most of the interviews I do is very one-on-one, and it's
Yeah.
very much focused on
Your career.
me,
What you do.
and my career and things like that. But the everyday conversation, I think people want to hear that.
Oh, for
from me.
sure.
yeah.
But
For sure.
no, it's super, you guys got a lot of energy. It's super,
I got a
super
question
cool.
for both of y'all.
What's that?
Perfume in the room. What's your go-to perfume?
I'm not telling.
What's your top 3 favorite?
No.
Can't know that.
There's brands all over the place. We don't know what the actual flavor is.
Because you can't smell like the next.
No.
Can't smell
But
the next girl.
if you say Calvin
jealous.
Klein, that's a type. But we don't know what the flavor is.
This one right here.
Yo, hey, in the bag is wild.
So
First
is
of
this
all,
your
this
go-to
is
or is this
smell
your?
it. This is my scent.
Oh, this is-
Okay.
Mine.
So this your everyday?
This is this and another one, but
You
this is
created
my
that?
everyday. No,
Oh, okay.
no. This is Dior.
Oh, Dior. Because there's a lot of shops where you can create your own.
can
Oh
create
yeah,
your own
for
custom,
sure.
yeah.
No, but this is my favorite, and I've gone through so many different
I know
scents.
I know this.
This one is like classy,
So I know this
light,
scent.
pretty. You know.
I mean, I don't know what it's called. I know it's Dior, but
It's subtle. It's not overpowering. It's good.
So that's me.
yeah.
Ladies get it.
dope.
Men love
What's
it.
your least favorite perfume? How about that?
Axe
Anything
body
that's
spray.
anything that's super strong. If you
Yeah.
smell like an old lady, no, I'm not knocking old lady.
old lady, yeah,
But
shout
you
out
know
old
that
ladies, yeah.
scent?
Yeah.
That's
It's not it. But you know what's crazy?
Piercing.
But you know what's crazy though? Like, I feel like every perfume might work different on
Everyone's
everyone's
fact.
skin,
No,
right?
that is
And-
100%
and
fact.
It is.
that's why something might smell good on you, it might not smell the best on someone else, or it's not their perfume. But speaking about perfumes, there's one that there's one that used to smell good, and I smell it everywhere now, and
and you hate it.
just stop it. You don't need to wear it to the gym. You don't need to wear it to your grandmother's
I
funeral.
gotta know that one.
It's a red bottle. You know what I'm talking about. It's like $500.
What like who is it
Small red
by?
bottle.
What did you say?
Who's it by? Like who made it?
It's
And everybody wear it. They're wearing it.
Yeah.
Wait, they're wearing
Girls
it
or
in the
guys?
Gym is wild.
Girls or guys?
Gym. Let me find it here.
This is unisex. This is unisex.
It's for women.
Oh, so-
Oh,
Oh, it's right here.
damn.
Baccarat.
Yeah. Who said
Baccarat.
that? You did?
She did.
Oh, she knew.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
knew.
Everyone knows.
Listen, I don't want to smell this no more.
It's like,
Bro,
yo,
I've seen like a
that's
freaking
everywhere. That's everywhere.
18-year-old wearing this.
No. This Yeah, that's
No
everywhere.
more. Find a new one. I don't know.
No, because they smell and everyone smells it and it smells good and they want to have that, high quality, that high price.
Bro, you can't pay your rent. You're buying $500 perfume.
Hey, we've seen that. Let's not pretend we don't see that.
It's like grown men going to the club.
We don't and blowing money on the bottles
Broke
and
guys shouldn't go to the club. I don't think the club is for broke.
blowing money fast.
It's hard to watch.
I think the point of
entertainment.
I saw a guy get bottled over the weekend. I couldn't believe it. It's the first bottling I've seen.
Bottling. The bottling.
bottling.
Ever seen?
Bro, like you saw bottling live before?
Yeah.
Bottling sounds like a sport. Like we're
right?
bottling.
Have you seen bottling before?
Live bottling. Yeah.
As a DJ, I mean, you've had to have seen
Oh,
it.
I
bottling?
don't know.
Yes.
I've seen actual fights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brother, man, I saw a Grey Goose collapse over a
That's
guy's
crazy.
head. You saw bottling before?
Shout out Grey Goose.
It was my first bottling.
No, I'm not gonna act like I've seen 30 fucking
many
bottlings,
more.
but bro, don't call that me. Niagara Falls,
Ladies and
Dragonfly.
gentlemen.
You saw bowling at Dragonfly in Niagara Falls? Oh my days.
Where did you see?
I saw this in Montreal. So they were like Algerian and like French Canadian. So it was like very aggressive.
They were lit.
There was one guy did
Québécois.
this. When I saw a guy do this in the fight, I was like, yo, we're in trouble. One guy went back to the
So he's trying to
bucket,
kill him.
took the Grey Goose, bro, it shattered. I've never seen a bottling.
I seen
Until-
some
that's-
video on Instagram and like a girl got stabbed, I guess, by a bottle. There's like blood all over
That's
her
where
hand.
I was. I saw that. I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry, it's good.
Yo, actually, yo.
Got so excited.
Why were you so?
Yo, because
Yeah,
sometimes
that's crazy.
fitting in
There
feels
was
good.
a lot of like,
Why were you so excited?
And on that note, guys, this has been another episode of You Might Want to Sit Down for this. We obviously
Yeah.
thanks to the Perfume In The Room, thanks to my two lovely captains. Thank you guys for
we
carrying me
appreciate
along for the
y'all.
ride.
thank you for
Appreciate y'all.
having me.
Appreciate
Yeah,
you
and
guys.
then we'll have you guys back to talk more about what you do and stuff like that.
Okay, cool.
What you do and
I'll be
stuff
on time
like
next
that.
time.
Y'all keep doing what you're doing. Y'all keep winning.
You too. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and listening to You Might Want to Sit Down for This. We value your time, your patience during this transitional period. And don't worry, we will be getting back to our regularly scheduled programming and schedule. Just allow niggas to nig for a second. Would it hurt you? Would it kill you? Come on, be honest. You've been doing a whole lot of other shit too. Don't even try to pretend you've been enjoying the weather. You've been looking at boobies. You've been smacking butts. You've been doing a whole lot, and I don't appreciate it. So why don't you mind yours and let us get our affairs in order, and then we'll get right back to you. How about that? How about that, Jack?
This concludes our broadcast.
You might want to sit down for this.